You thought you could get rid of me, chat? You thought that I would be done? You thought the subathon was over? Okay, yeah, right. Yo, what's up, VTuber? Thank you so much for 9 months and tier 3. That's fucking nuts. I have returned with the most outrageous story that has ever happened in the history of ever. Random Time, thank you so much for the prime. Hello, everybody. I am back. I am here. What did I miss? Oh, God, everything's on fire again. Yes. This is what I missed the past 3 days. This is what I missed. I see. How are you today? I'm doing good. How are you guys? I lived. I got on a plane and didn't die. Everything is on fire. Okay, look. A lot of stuff is on fire.
Look at this photograph. It's a photo of a photograph. There's another fucking photograph. Because I photographed a photograph. So many photographs. Makes me want to take a photograph. I should probably hang that photograph next to my photograph.
Can I tell you the funniest story, chat? We were getting into our Uber to go to our hotel, and the guy that was driving us was it was about taking photographs, because I guess he was an Uber, but he's also like a photographer. And I looked at it and I'm like, look at this photograph. It's a photo of a photograph. This shit is so crazy. It's permeated IRL lives. Like, we're talking about fucking the photograph meme. Oh, it is. It's stuck in my mind. It's crazy. What's up, Gabriel? How are you? Did they ever think you were a celebrity? No, they didn't think I was a prawn star this time, unfortunately. No! My vacation was incredible. So I went back home to visit some friends and family. My cousin had like a graduation thing, so I went back just to hang out with them. But I had the funniest thing happen to me, chat. All in all, most of my break was spent traveling. I literally got up super early Wednesday. We got in, but we drove home. I spent some time with family. You know, I drove around again. So, like, most of my trip was literally just fucking driving, chat. That's all I did. Drive. I love Soul. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Oh my God, we're still in a fucking subathon. Subathon day 167 with 12 and a half hours left. Thank you guys so much. So, we travel a lot, but a Saturday night, we all went out to dinner. And we went to this really nice steakhouse. Like, I'm talking like, it was so nice. We showed up, and my cousin was wearing jeans, and they were like, nope, you got to go back and change. Luckily, it was only like 15-minute drive, so super easy to go back. But yeah, they were straight up like, you cannot come in with jeans. I was like, I'm so glad I wore a dress. Holy shit. So was another gross student moment? No, it was even better. I mean, I'll give it maybe not quite as good, but it was really funny. So let me tell you. So we're sitting next to this really nice older lady and her husband, a really nice couple. They were definitely older. They're probably like in their 60s or 70s. And they were so sweet. So we're talking to them. They were table next to us. My dad's like asking like a bunch of questions, this and that. So anyway, we get to know them a little bit more. And so we're sitting there, and finally they come and take our order, and we give them like our order, whatever. I got like a smaller like steak, but we're just chilling. We're having a good time. Skull, thank you so much for the 9 months, kitty. We're having a good time, right, chat? So then we have the same waiter as the people next to us. So the waiter goes up to the older lady and is like, oh, what do you want? And she's like, I don't even know if I can say this without fucking laughing. It's killing me. Every time I think about it, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So the older lady is like, yo, Stowaway, thank you for 38 months. Holy shit. I appreciate you. So anyway, the waiter is like, oh, miss, what would you like? And she's like, yes, I would like the 8-ounce fillet mignon. She said fillet mignon. The fillet mignon. Because, you know, you've heard of a filet mignon, but I've never heard of a fillet Philip Mignon. Venom, what the fuck? She was dead. She was dead serious. She was dead serious. I've never heard anybody pronounce filet mignon as Philip Mignon. It was. I could not. I literally could not. I was dying. I was just like, yeah, this is the most American thing I've ever heard. I've literally never heard somebody mispronounce it. Like, don't get me wrong, they were so sweet, so that's why it was really hard to like. Florida, am I right? Exactly. That's why it was like hard to get like really just like blown over it. But I was just like, what the fuck did I just hear today? Like, oh my god. So Philip Mignon is now forever incorporated into my family's lore. We love Philip Mignon now. It is a thing forever. It is so funny. So hello, someone needs to order for her. I know. I was just like, but like the husband was just like, yep.
These nuts.
Philip Mignon, these nuts. That's a good one too. So it was really funny. That was like the highlight of my trip, to be honest. Everything was super boring. We just like traveled a lot, went to graduation stuff. It really was not that crazy, chat, but I definitely had some time to relax. Had to focus on myself. Ow, ow. Why are you punching me? I guess you're punching cat. Yeah, every chef in the world is just like rolling over in their grave right now. Bro, why is it that literally everybody gets... I couldn't read that because Shadow Dragon's being crazy. Oh, I don't know, Evan. I don't know. Shadow Dragon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subbies. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Everybody told Shadow Dragon that they indeed are pug. Thank you so much. I spent my Mother's Day with relatives who went to Jamaican restaurant. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys. What did you do for Mother's Day? And why didn't I get any presents? That's right. All of them are like, oh, mommy milkers. Where's my presents, chat? Where's my presents? All right, there's your 1 minute, chat. There's your 1 minute. You get 1 minute. Well, we have a lot to talk about today, chat. Quite a bit of things happened since I was gone. I didn't get to talk about Rin, so we're going to talk about Rin. Some other stuff happened. Of course, there was another Vice article that came out. Some stuff going down in you remember, guys, we talked about this particular VTuber company called Owozu. Well, that whole like scene is fucking imploding right now, chat. It's absolutely insane. So we gotta talk about that. Also gotta talk about some stuff. Takahata actually came out with a statement about some stuff that we kind of been reporting on here and there. We talked about the separations that happened when they did happen, but now we finally have Takahata making a statement, so we're going to look at that. We're also going to look at some updates to Cinder, about some of her merch, and then talk about that Vice article and some stuff that happened to Kirsch as well. I don't know if it's directly related to it. I have some questions about that, so maybe I'll ask you guys and see what you think, but a lot to cover today. So I didn't get to spend too much time for Mother's Day. Ended up working for most of that day. Yeah, totally got you, Kuro. Totally got you. It happened. So I built him on a keyboard from my mom who was having keyboard issues, and I got a grandma candle. Nice, pretty chill, huh? I wonder whether we were on a West Coast for a while. Yeah, there's been we talked about this stuff where Alicia came out with a statement. Adora, Radio, a couple other people just basically like Milla. I basically said, hey, we're not gonna be associating with Talk anymore. Well, now we finally got a statement from Taka's side. So we're going to go look at that here in just a bit. So Mother's Day, I'm just being a Pecco Mom in VR chat. What a way to celebrate moms around the world. Be Pecco Mom in VR chat. Granny just got out of the hospital, so like, that's good. Too much Sam, I need help. My kid is giving me so true. So true. Thank you so much again, Shadow Dragon. I appreciate you. But I feel like when I'm gone 3 days, like, I miss so much stuff that happens. Like, not like in a bad way, but like, more like so much happens compared to when I'm actually like at home. So like once everything like happens, I come back, I'm like, oh my god, I have so many things to talk about and cover, because it's always that way. It's crazy. Like, I think nothing crazy happened while you were gone. Yeah, that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. It's like has been said, hell is forever, whether you like it or not. Some of that is also forever. So true. Yeah, I was only gone 3 days. I was gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, yeah, literally not even gone that long. So But I feel like I missed so many things about it. But like I said, we have a lot to talk about today, guys. So we certainly will cover all of it. And I need to catch up on some things that were going on with HoloLive, graduations, a ton of hiatuses, just so many things going down, chat. I know 3 days too long, but I'll be real, I really needed it. Like, I can already hear it. My voice sounds better from resting. I feel so much better. I really got dragged into that hole where, like, you, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a vacation, but, you know where you get, like, too ingrained into stuff? Like, I feel like I was living, like, terminally online. All I was doing is just, like, constantly drawn into this stuff going on Twitter. I'm getting pulled into it over and over and over and over and over. And I'm just like, you know what? I need a fucking break. I need to step back from this. This is too much. I'm getting too worked up about stuff that's happening online all the time. I'm not doing that again because it's like, it's too much. It's too much. Especially as we're in decision to distance yourself from GamerSupps. You know, Lacey, and I think that's fine, right? I do want to, we're going to talk about that actually very first thing because not only is it kind of older news, but I feel like there's some stuff in there that needs to be unpacked because ultimately for me, like, this is the biggest thing that it's such a nothing burger, right? Everybody like blew it up into this big giant thing, like, oh my god, I can't believe Rin's leaving, blah blah blah. Like, bro, who cares? It's Rin's decision. Like, let Rin be who they want to be. Like, if Rin doesn't want to work with them, they don't have to work with them, right? I think there was a bunch of people are kind of like, oh, they're virtue signaling and stuff like that. But we'll look at it. We'll look at it. So, thank you so much for the level 4 hype train, guys. I appreciate you all. Oh, no HoloLive graduations. Just more graduations in general. HoloLive news. A lot of hiatuses going on. It's that time of year, so smiling so much to start. Look like wait, who is that? I don't even know who that is, Jewel. That's just me. My particular. I think I missed it. Hold on, let me scroll back up. People can do whatever they want. Doesn't need to be symbolic. Feels virtue signaling. You know, I'm not sure. Like, there's one point that I haven't seen people talk about the horror artist. Okay, got you. There's one point in it that I do want to talk about that I haven't seen anybody mention. So I do want to talk about it today. We'll kind of talk about it in great detail here in a bit. So to introduce, I saw that. The fucking treasure one, right? I am so I'm so blown away that Twitch is doing everything they can to try to keep me in my own subathon, chat. It's wild.
Blue Dollar composed a song for you, death metal. Blue Dollar composed a song for you, death metal.
Okay. That's the worst death metal song I've ever heard. Let's see, that's why Rin's decision leave not to big tweet. Yeah, in airport is as Armchair put it. Yeah, apparently it cannot make a metal song out of whatever the fuck this is. You guys broke it. You broke it. Dingy on the fritz always. Yeah, there was something going on here with it, but we'll talk about it. Is it just tweet? Wait, you guys hear that, right? Like the bird tweeting? Like what? What is going on? I guess you thought your person could around this time. Yes, I was ready. I wore all the proper attire. I had my piercings out. I had plastic piercings. I was set. I was like, look, I'm not getting fucked over this time. The Philip Mignon was definitely the highlight of my vacation. I literally did not do anything that crazy this trip, which was nice, but caught up on some sleep a little bit. It was really, really nice. Yeah, I know it's just a Yoshikage and Kira monologue, but even so, I'm like, why didn't it make the metal song? That would have been so sweet. I would love to listen to that. Yeah, I think the thing with Rin was that, I think if she wants to leave, that's totally fine. I'm not really sure about the virtue signaling part of it. I do want to reread it because I haven't looked at it in a few days. But there is one part of it that nobody has talked about. I want to mention about it because I watched a lot of people's coverage about it while I was gone. I was kind of like, why is nobody talking about this one singular point? Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but we'll see. We'll see. So it's weird that sheer heart attack has no weakness exactly. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the next JoJo season. It's gonna be fucking amazing. I'm so fucking pumped about Steel Ball Run. And Steel Ball Run is like an amazing, amazing season too. So The fact that it's getting animated is going to be awesome. The Fox, how are you? Good morning. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? If you celebrated Mother's Day, happy belated Mother's Day, by the way. I'm sick of drama, especially since Pippa's getting dragged into it. You know, I saw that she took like the week off. I don't know what happened with her, why she got drawn into it. I didn't really see that part of it, to be honest, but I don't know. The drama has been pretty insane recently. That's why I needed a break.
How are you? How's the girls?
The girls? What? No. Oh boy, they're rebuilding good channel points again. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to give you your VIP. Hold on. Yeah, I think I forgot to give you your VIP. Hold on, Yobi. I was like mid rivals match. There you go. Congratulations, Yobi, on your VIP. Absolutely insane. Everybody give Yobi congratulations. He spent 200,000 channel points to get that. That's crazy. Oh, you mean Pinky in the brain? You meant Pinky in the brain. I said reminder reading you. I'm Mary a little alarm chat. Happy belated Mother's Day. Oh my god, no, I gave it to you. It's been redeemed. It's been redeemed. What's public domain? Public domain is accessing public domain. Don't press it. Don't find out. Don't find out. I did. It was good. I want to say it wasn't super relaxing just because, again, I was like traveling like a lot, running around, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it was still nice just to get away. I needed to like step out of my house, get out of the way. Yo, Whopper, congratulations on VIP. Holy shit. Another VIP today, chat. That's absolutely wild. Thank you so much, Whopper, for all of your support and tuning into so many streams. 200,000 points is like, that's like months worth of points. So big congrats to you, sweetheart. Yobi, where I hear that name before? I don't know. Some weirdo. Never heard of him. It's a roll you give with the pink diamond. Yep. Yep, you get the pink diamond if you got it. Congratulations! But yeah. Really not a lot to share about my vacation, chat. I wish I had more cool stories for you, but to be honest, A and I, we just drove around a lot. We went and ate a lot of places, and that was kind of it. So, oh, I appreciate that, Wapper. Thank you so much. He's a cute deer creature I've never had. That's Deerara. Yep, that's Deerara. I forgot how to stream, chat. I don't know how to stream anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to stream anymore.
Pathetic.
Apparently, I'm gonna get stormed for it. It's like riding a bike. All I need is for chat to torture me, and then I'll remember how to do it, right? I doubt that. I doubt that so much. I can't believe Virgil actually showed up and murdered Laura. No, he didn't murder me. He just severely maimed me. It's all good. It's very legal. Very legal. We got a pretty fun schedule this week, guys. Let me change over. We'll talk about it. If I can find my actual schedule stuff. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Hold on. I haven't looked at my computer in days, chat. In days, chat. I don't know where my schedule is. Okay, hold on. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I just haven't been around for a while. So, okay. So, I'm very excited about this week's schedule because obviously we have news today. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing. I couldn't do Beat Saber because Beat Saber doesn't take song requests anymore. With the new API update. So we're going to play Clone Hero. I'll do song requests on that for News Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to play Doom, which I'm very excited about. I've been looking forward to that. Friday, we'll do our memes and reacts like we normally do today. But that'll be on Friday. Saturday is tea time. As always, tea time would be awesome. And then, of course, more news on Sunday. Yes, there's a new Doom game. It's coming out on Thursday. I wanted to play a little bit earlier, but I have to do some other stuff earlier that day. So, but there is an early access that we have. So I'm very excited about getting the early access. So we're going to play that. It's going to be so sick. I'm so pumped. It's going to be awesome. I love the Doom game so much. I was playing Doom on my Switch on the plane ride, the older one. So tea time order the guests will be this time. I have so many cool guests lined up, but I'll put up the graphic sometime later this week. So Yeah, actually been. I feel like when I turned on my computer, it was like, oh my God, you let me rest. I don't want to get back up. Yo, what's up, Stealth? How are you? Welcome back. What happened the past 3 days, though, chat? What did I miss? Like, I feel like so many things happened, and I missed all of it. So what happened with you guys these past 3 days? I want to know. Tell me everything that happened, guys. I'm doing good. I had a good break. It was much needed. I didn't realize I needed it so much until I actually stepped away from it. So I need to beat the rest of the Doom Eternal DLC. Yeah, that's what I was doing. VTuber dramas breach containment. It's always that way. It's always that way. Oh yeah, the recollection was pretty cool. I've been watching all the episodes from that. I found a cool rock. Did they put inside of your mailbox? More Google Doc keys. You know, really, I don't think I've seen too many of those. I got turned up for a restraining order again. Why? Why, Walk? What the fuck? Why do they keep doing this to you, man? I'm so sorry. So, Laura, what are we going to do today? We are talking VTuber news today, or VTuber current events. We're going to react to all of it, chat. So first up, if you guys are ready, everybody type news into the chat. Everybody type news, and we're going to get right the fuck into it. I do want to talk about, I'm just going to open it right up with the stuff going on with the Rin, because that's kind of old news that I missed. Yummy, how are you? What's up? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so I didn't really get to talk about this particular situation, but I definitely want to kind of open things up. So first up, chat, this was something that was blowing up in a huge way over on Twitter, right? So as this happened, everybody was losing their mind about it. And so I never really got to weigh in. And so I wanted to share my thoughts with you and obviously hear what you guys have to say about the whole situation as well. So first up, we're going to check in with Rin, aka John VTuber Pinrose. If you don't know Rin is a huge on YouTube, a VTuber. They are now independent. They used to be part of Idol. They're no longer with them, but they have a very large YouTube channel, amassing, I believe, over 800,000 subscribers. So the thing that Rin did that was pretty cool, Rin kind of, I would say, revolutionized the shorts industry when it came to VTubing. Rin did some stuff with shorts that was very different from what a lot of people were doing, and because of that, ultimately Rin blew up in a big way. So anyway, Rin says here, notice, due to their associations with creators, we view strongly conflicted my own, as well as a lack of communication from the company on this issue. I've chosen in my affiliation with GamerSupps, effective immediately. Thank you for your support. Now, I do want to say this right now, chat. We do not know specifically what this is about. Is it about Cinder? Is it about Kirsch? Because I know Kirsch has been part of a lot of controversy, and people talking about her, association and stuff she has with GamerSupps. I'm not sure, right? The thing is here is it's kind of vague, so we're not going to really be able to say, right? But a lot of people fucking lost their minds about this, right? Saying that Rin's virtue signaling. They're also saying that Rin is, of course, like, trying to stand against Kier, stuff like that, right? I want to remind you all that we don't really know, right? It could be Cinder, but I feel like there's an important thing to note within all of this. And we're going to look at the responses, chat. But I feel like there's one point that was always ignored about this whole thing, which kind of blew my mind. I watched a lot of different coverage. I looked at a lot of people's different opinion on this, but nobody seemed to mention this one part. So let's break this down, right? Due to their association with creators. So this is multiple, right? So if I read this, Cinder drama about Cinder's views, I don't think it was about Cinder's views necessarily. I think it was just, Cinder in general, right? Creators. So to me, this tells me that it's not a singular person, right? It's just what? It's not a singular person. It's multiples, right, chat? So that's an important point to point out. But whose views strongly conflict with my own, as well as lack of communication from the company on this issue. I feel like, to me, the way that this reads is probably the most important part of this. GamerSupps' lack of communication on the issue, right? Look, I will say this. If you have a problem with somebody and you try to talk it out with the company. You're trying to hear things out. Let's say hypothetically this is about Kier, right? They have a problem with Kier, right? If GamerSupps isn't messaging Rin back or trying to take the problem seriously or whatever, right? The communication isn't there. That's a valid reason to want to leave, right, chat? If it's kind of like Qandle, right? Qandle was very did a horrible job in communicating to their creators, and thus that was a huge problem, right? I feel like very much this is kind of in line with that, right? Whether they didn't say anything at all, they didn't take a side, we don't know, right? But well, sure, Inquisitor. But however, what I will say is a company is not required to comment on all kinds of stuff, right? But if you're a partner with a company, right, and you reach out to them and you say, hey, you know, I've kind of seen this stuff, I have a concern. There should be somebody in that company, especially that you're partnered with, that should be able to talk to you and address what's going on, right? At least just address it. The way that this reads to me is just like they didn't even bother to message her back. And maybe I'm reading too much into it, right? To me, I find this part much more important than this part right here in the message. What do y'all think, though? What do you think about it? Right, exactly. Like, they can very much just communicate, like, hey, you know, this is going on. We don't really have a desire to get involved with it. You know, we try to work with all kinds of different people. You know, so on and so forth, right? If they want to be hands off, that's fine. I think the communication is probably the most important part. If you're not getting communication, especially like, let's say that you have an issue, right? And we're just saying a hypothetical. Maybe the hypothetical was Cinder. Maybe they reached out and just said, hey, you know, with all this stuff that's going on with Cinder, you know, I don't agree with it. What is your further direction, right? And then they said they just ignored her, or you know, they're not even trying to communicate back and forth, right? I feel like that's a valid reason to be like, well, you know, I might want to skip out. So to me, this is my view on it, chat. This is how I looked at it. I think that it's more so about this line rather than the first line. But I do want to talk about the virtue signaling, things like that. So let's kind of read through some of the comments here. So, of course, Kenny's like, you know, hey, good for you. Kitsu said this is genuinely so disappointing to see for multiple reasons. I do want to remind you all, chat, that Rin is a creator that has a sponsorship, right? I don't know how I can make this any clearer, so I'm just going to say this. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. If she doesn't want to work with a company because she doesn't like their, I don't know, she doesn't like their logo or something, well, she can do that, right? She can totally do that. Let's see the response to some of Kirsten's fans justified her actions. For me, they immediately seemed the worst and started talking horrible about her, not wanting to be associated with that. I mean, again, my thing is just like, we don't actually know, so I don't want to jump to some conclusion about why it is, but I feel like this line is ultimately much more important than the first line. But, of course, like Captain Dandy says, thank you, this gesture is greatly appreciated by those who are impacted by those views held by certain individuals. Yes, by association, bedrock American values, and our fair justice system. Please don't come me as because of Kirsch, because of so, oof, wait, you're goated. So you can see, chat, very, very mixed responses across the board from this, right? And I feel like most everybody kind of looked at this situation and went, well, it's probably in regards to Kirsch, right? I don't know. I literally don't know what to tell you, chat. I don't know if it's part of Kirsch. I don't know if it's because of Cinder. I don't know. I feel like it's probably this. You know, if I have an issue with GamerSupps, I will tell you that they have been expressly communicative with me about any issues that I've had. So I can only speak about my experiences. It could be both. It could be a combination, right? But I feel like everybody jumped to this huge conclusion about the whole thing, right? They're like, you know, oh my God, like it's about Kirsten. Like, you just don't know. You just don't know. So my thing about it is like, look, guys, Rin can do whatever the fuck they want. If this is the reason and they're just trying to tell everybody that they're leaving, that's fine, right? I feel like this line, if they were trying to, let's say hypothetically that Rin was trying to virtue signal, right? This was probably the worst way to do it. this is too vague, right? And I feel like that was a decent call out if that was the case, right? If Rin was trying to kind of virtue signal a little bit, but the vague posting, obviously would have definitely made that worse if that was the case, right? But I think it's something that most likely been a long time coming in for Rin. The pointed plural of creators, in the parent now response tells me to select the link to more than just recent events. That's what I think as well. I mean, again, I just think it's more about this. Like, there was no communication. I don't know if Rin's vague posting to virtue signal. I don't really take it that way, to be honest. I think it's more just about this. But if we say hypothetically that's the case, I think the expert armchair was kind of right on the nose on this. Like, he says, having seen some of the reactions to this tweet, I wonder if I saw other creators who may have been tempted to do something similar. In vague posts, you can airport, aka depart. But it's a really good idea to do both simultaneously. Only take a public stance against something is meaningless. If the particular said stance ultimately left up to the audience's interpretation, give vague language, which I think is very fair, right? If that was the intention of this. Now, I don't really think that was the intention. That's my thoughts. But ultimately, I think it falls to this. Yeah, I think it falls to this. I mean, I feel like this is extremely fair, right? But also at the end of the day, like, everybody blew this up, right? Everybody had something to say about it. And here's my thing. Number one, you don't actually know what it's about, because it could be about Cinder. Maybe it is about Kirsch. Maybe it's about both. We don't know, right? But there's this. That's number one. Number two, Rin can do whatever the fuck they want. If Rin doesn't want to work with them because of whatever reason, that's totally their prerogative, right? I feel like that everybody gets too involved in things sometimes, right? Like, if Rin doesn't want to work with them, that's fine. But I will find it very funny if people looked at this like, oh, it was Kirsch, and it turned out it wasn't. Which we'll probably never know because there's no follow-up, but that's my thoughts. What do y'all think? This brought up Rin that if Rin did outright say who they didn't want to work with, it'd have been CZAPs. Right, exactly. Like, the thing is to keep it vague, so it is professional. But at the same time, like, if they are vague posting to virtue signal, then expert armchair is exactly right on that. But I don't really take it that way, I can be curious, Cinder, both or neither. I can only guess until something is actually said about names. Exactly. So, like, oh no, I won't be trusting Cinder anytime soon. But I really want to speculate. I really don't want to speculate for now. Oh, we know it's about neither. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I look at this and I just go, you know what? It's Rin decisions. You know what? Rin can do whatever the fuck they want. We should leave it that way. That's it. Why does it matter that much to everybody else what Rin wants to do with their sponsorship? You know what I mean? I think we can all agree on that. What I personally don't like about this situation is that promotes a guilty to proven innocent mentality. Especially we're going off huge assumptions of what she could potentially mean. And even then that's what just seems so ordinary that I find it hard that people have a problem with it. I mean, I've seen a lot of people post very similar stuff before. My only issue with it is just kind of like this right here. This first line, right? Which I can see on the other side why people might look at this and be like, well, you want your cake, you want to have your cake and eat it too, right? I mean, maybe for Rin, it's not a way to virtue signal. It's more of just, hey, I want to be very, upfront. As much information as I can give you about why I'm choosing to leave. They wanted to give a justification without calling out an individual creator, right? Which again is vague. I get that. Maybe they tried to do their best to explain, hey, this is why I'm leaving. I was trying to give my community and my viewers a reason as to why this was going on. But lack of communication again. This line is, I feel like, what everybody focuses on. This line for me is the much more important one. Because if you're working with company Kirsch is involved with, you are forced to work with them. Otherwise, you're called out. If you choose to leave, I guess. There's a lot to unpack in there, right? Like, if she wanted to, post, like, oh, like, specifically it was this person, right? But you keep it professional, like, you're not going to be able to do that, right? I'm always ending my relationship with Arby's every fucking day. Every single day that I exist, I'm ending my relationship with Arby's. Unless it's a legal agreement issue. Stay with your chest. Yep. I mean, again, I feel like the truth is somewhere in between, but I feel like this line is much more important and the one that I wanted to call focus to, right, chat? There's a lack of communication with the company on whatever issue that Rin had. It really is. If you have a partnership, right, the company should be willing to at least address it, right? And if they didn't, that's a bad look on GamerSupps, right? But you also don't know the specifics of that. I feel like at the end of the day, chat, the biggest thing about this is just like, look, Rin can do whatever they want. If they don't want to work, if Rin does not want to work with them anymore, that's their prerogative, and we should allow them to do whatever they want. We have better things to focus on than just losing our minds over somebody deciding not to work with GamerSupps anymore. Like, okay, great. Yippee, next. You know what I mean? Like, everybody lost their mind about it. You know, like, Rin's a grown adult. Rin is a very well-known VTuber. I'm sure they can do whatever they want and make the decisions that they want, guys. They're an adult. Let them choose what they want to choose, and that's it. And if this is where they want to make a stand, they can do that. Here's your thing of leaving GamerSupps so they don't get shit. She's doing a little bit with her chat. I don't know what happened after. I don't think she did leave. Yeah, we could lose our minds and then Nintendo Switch price. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, like, yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, okay, I kind of understand. Have a nice day. And that's it. That's literally a chat. Just let it be. So, where it is an adult, let them make their own choices. I'm under the impression that for most people that if you allow people to either be successful themselves or shoot themselves in the foot, let people do what they're gonna do, right? I feel like people just let them do what they're gonna do. If they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot, they're an adult, they're a VTuber, they're a content creator, like they're gonna do what they're gonna do, right? It's like how sun is the best disinfectant, right? Like, let people do what they're gonna do, let people say what they're gonna say. I feel like it's better to let people be more outspoken about what they want to say, and then you know, come down on it if it's out in the open, right? I feel like that's how it should be. She didn't really let it be yourself, though. You didn't really let it be herself, though, which is the issue. How so? I mean, think about it this way, Paco. She's a pretty big creator, right? Probably has a lot of people use her code. So it's probably better to make a public statement that, you know, hey, I'm not with GamerSupps anymore. I feel like that's probably necessary, right? Especially if you're a bigger creator. So I think it's necessary, you know? Let the chips fall as they may. Yep. I very much believe in that. Just like, sometimes we make this big old issue out of stuff, and it's like, Rin can do whatever Rin wants to do, and that's it. If she said other people would assume she's still affiliated. Big posting is the issue. Like you said, latter part is the agreeable beef, the rest is fluff. Yeah, I mean, again, I would say, Paco, something to think about here. What is her intention behind saying this line, right? We don't talk about that enough. What is her intention? Hi, Rimmer, how are you? So let me explain this from both sides. Number one, she could be vague posting, right? That could be an intention. Or number two, which I think is a little bit more likely, Rin wanted to explain why she's stepping away from the company without naming any particular creator, right? Is that still vague posting? Yes, it is. But I feel like the intention was probably a little bit more positive. It wasn't done with a malicious thought in mind. Does that make sense? And I feel like understanding that intention is really important, because for a lot of people, they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, Rin did it on purpose to try to call out this person. I don't really think so, to be honest. But that's my thoughts. Other people feel differently, and that's totally fine. I think the second line is where we need to really draw our conclusion from, and really what we need to look at as the main issue for this statement being said. Give you a poor tip to professionalism, will entertain that. Yeah, that's my thoughts about it, because, like, knowing Rin and having been around Rin and things like that, it was to avoid drama. But sometimes we fail in our words, right? I do that all the time. I say something, I'm like, wait, why did I say that? You know, like sometimes we don't communicate the main message we want in the best way possible. It happens, right? It certainly does happen. She could have implicated a company for communication, no one else. I mean, again, I feel like that's where it falls to, though. It's like, it's more than just that. It's both issues, right? And she wanted to be transparent with her audience. I don't think it was maliciously aimed at anybody, whether it was Cinder or Kier, or people we don't know about. I don't know. But what if it's something completely different? What if she has an issue with J-Schlatt or something? Like, we just don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, all we can do is look at these things and just kind of be like, hey, I think the lack of communication is probably the most important thing here. So, but it doesn't sound like it would have been an issue without the other party, maybe. Oh, Decoy, I have not talked about it yet. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. We're actually going to talk about Qandle. Then we're going to flip back up and talk about some debuts and stuff. You say multiple, which implies Kier. And anybody else has views close. I mean, but here's the thing, Paco. Do you actually know that 100%? You can't say yes. That's the issue with this whole thing, right? She didn't say multiple creators, right? Does it imply Kier? I would say yes, but we still don't know that. Maybe it means somebody else. Maybe it means Cinder and people that supported Cinder. I don't know. But the point is that we don't know, and we can't really make any type of call on that 100%. What is she trying to cancel another person's sponsorship by talking with a company directly? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think her intention was, oh, okay, gotcha. Cinder has nothing to do with the views, so hope she can say something. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Well, what if there is stuff, Paco? I was thinking about this the other day. We only know so much about the Cinder situation, right, chat? We only know what, and the other people in the documents have told us, right? You want to bet money that every other large creator that ever had any type of big, association with Cinder, right? Probably went back through their DMs and shared some stuff with other people about shitty things that she said. Do you want to bet money? Because I will bet you that 100% probably got circulated as part 2 of the Cinder stuff behind closed doors, right? Well, hypothetically, what if there was something else that Cinder said that was really, really bad that got circulated? We just don't know. There's too many hypotheticals. So, but I will say, if it was fake posting, an expert armchair is right on the money on that. It's a possibility. We just don't know. We just don't know. So I think at the end of the day, Rin is Rin. They can make their own decisions. They're an adult. They're a very renowned content creator. If anything doesn't align with your beliefs, chat, you can make that choice. It's up to you what to do, whatever you want. Guys, if one day GamerSupps says, I hate elves, and I drop my sponsorship with them, well, that's fine, because that doesn't align with my views, right? I can only do whatever I want with whoever I want sponsorship-wise, right? Not everything is going to line up with your personal views. But again, I think what's more important to talk about is the lack of communication from the company on the issue, whatever that issue is. So, yeah, I just want to deal with facts, that's what I want to deal with. GamerSupps choosing to be silent. The way drama's both good and bad. It is. And it's the same thing we're going to talk about with Taka, right? It's very much about being vague or not addressing stuff, being silent is good, but also bad at the same time. So if she named anybody that could be sued for interference, I mean, I don't know so much about that, but either way, we'll move on. So that is really all I got to say about Rin. Appreciate your thoughts on this one, guys. So in other news, do you guys remember the debacle that happened with Qandle? Does anybody remember Qandle? Qandle was Qandle is a VTuber, a Qandle company. We did have, of course, the GamerSupps could also still be figuring out. That's very true as well, Canadian Thor. I'm sure with the Cinder stuff, there's a lot to figure out. So very, very good point. So anyway, chat, Qandle was the company that we had an interview on about a week and a half ago that made this candle called It's Just Business, a candle inspired by recent fiery drama. Sounds like a terrible apology, available on the store now. Well, this was very, very controversial when this came out because, I like what Mochi said here. It's just, it comes off as icky. on the back of all the drama that was going on with the Cinder stuff, a lot of us were, upset by it. We were hurt by it. We're trying to deal with all this stuff. And then on top of that, they dropped this thing. It's just the profit of people's drama, right? So anyway, we talk a lot about this, right? We talked about interviewing Niren and Bomb. We found out that this candle actually provides really shitty candles. They provide really, 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 really horrible candles. Subpar product, subpar materials. They would leech off of other companies to try and steal their business with other creators. It was really, really bad, chat. Well, this was a huge, photoshopped on the same dusty jar. This was a big controversy that was going around. So ultimately, we decided this company was not very great. Definitely trying to, profit off of people's trauma and things like that, right? Very, very disinsensitive. Well, chat, let me ask you, what do you think Qandle did? Let's take out all this feedback from people. Because look, I mean, huge blow up, right? Almost, I would argue this is a ratio, close enough. But what do you think that they did, chat? Take a guess. That's right, chat. It got worse. They decided to double down, chat. So let's go take a look at what happened. Well, that is right, chat. Qandle decided to double down. Here we go. Qandle tweeting out.
Really shitty candles and a really shitty experience
Yep.
for both content creators and buyers.
Yep. So do you find yourself raid scrolling VTuber Twitter at 3 a.m.? Are you sending death threats over a minor controversy? Have you read all the Google Docs twice? We made this candle for you. We call it Touch Grass for the extremely online, available on the store now. So okay, had this been its own thing by itself, that would have been funny. But knowing the context behind this is so fucking insensitive. And I find it funny, guys, because they posted this. I saw this a few seconds after it came out. They never opened the comments. Bro, they were so scared. They were so scared. They straight up were like, nah, lock the comments, bro. Don't let anybody in that. I cannot. I absolutely cannot. This is so fucking funny to me, bro. I mean, I can think of a nicer way to say that, leader, but yes, exactly. They absolutely locked this shit up. So let's go take a look at what everybody had to say about this particular problem here. Somebody said, okie dokie boomer. They'll never learn. They can't see double dumb. They never learn. They make a highly controversial product, get called out for said product, also get called out for scummy business practices, make another controversial product is blatantly taking a pot shot at consumers, and turn off products. If you still work with or support this company, why? Yep. Very, very true. With this shitty reply after wanting a chance, my products are gone. So this person decided to remove their products from their store. And this was very much a big exodus that we saw last time, right, chat? Just taking out so many things. I love this one. From waifu wears, no way. So you made a pull. No way. Waifu wears, that's so base. I love that. So I did have a response to this, chat. I'll share with you my response on it. There's a particular line that I took advantage of here. So they said in here, they said, we made this candle for you, right, chat? So this is a candle made for you, chat. So here's what I wanted to point out. If this candle is made for me, can you also make a candle that doesn't charge people fees?
Grass smell, I'd mow my own damn lawn and
Yeah, exactly.
take a big whiff.
Exactly. So if you make this candle for me, you also make a candle that doesn't charge people fees and never make their products / provide refunds for fees. Isn't made from low quality materials. Actually communicate with your partners. Yeah, if you do that, I'll buy your candles. But until then, what the fuck? This is literally the worst response. Somebody that works at Qandle is so salty. They literally decided to make a product around their salt. That is so fucking insane. They're so fucking mad about it, chat. They made product about how salty they are. That is next level shit right there. That is so fucking salty. I cannot. They never learn. They never learn. Yeah, maybe they'll put out the salt candle next. Yeah, that'd be great. Puts a whole new meaning to burning the candle on both ends. Yeah. Guess they ran out of wick. Do you think it'll taste like salt? It'll probably taste like disappointment. Too much communication in public, probably. That's a nice candle. Did a better company give you that? Made it lose their business. So, honestly, they didn't do the Cinder candle. Probably still be smart to do stuff like this out. Notice. Yeah, I mean, this by itself would have actually been really funny, but with the context that we have, very unprofessional, very tone deaf. Nah, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it. So, well, there you go, chat. That's what's going on. We're gonna bump back to some other big topics in a bit, but I do want to talk about some things going on with YouTube and some other things. So, what's up, Dimas? How are you? A lot of graduations, hiatuses. I'm really sad to say, but first up, chat. Let's go check in here with Lulu Lude. Lulu Lude actually
they
received a message.
Should have put out their sea salty candle first before bringing out their
Yeah,
glass
actually,
candle.
actually. So fortunately, guys, as part of Twitch's commitment to maintaining a safe environment for everybody, we ask that all users participate in a way that promotes a friendly, positive experience. Based on the review of your username, Lulu Lude, you've been logged out, and a community guidelines warning has been applied to your account. The next time you log in, you're required to create a new username. So that is right, chat. Twitch is cracking down on the word lewd. You can no longer use the word lewd over on Twitch, it looks like, if it's involved in your name or any of that reason. Maybe even in the title, they have cracked down on that word. So be careful, chat. It's really sad.
Salt, so salty.
So salty. It's really sad to say they're going to lose their username. I mean, I think that's really dumb, but ultimately, chat, this is Twitch. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, so go give Lulu Lude some love, because they definitely lost their whole Twitch username. That's really stupid. I feel bad for them. Yeah, hopefully they'll be all right. Another news, guys, a ton of graduations that I got to talk about. So let's dive on into it. First up, the second largest Indonesian male VTuber, Andy Andinata, has officially graduated, chat. That is right. So Lude, well, not with the 3. You're good on the 3, but anything else, apparently is going to be banned. So I recently received many questions and concerns from our supporters regarding the status of our talent, Andy Adinati. Before rushing to any conclusions, allow us to take a moment to reflect on their journey restarted. Okay, so Andy Adinata has been in a several part of our journey, sitting alongside the team through various challenges. And again, this is coming from Maha 5 official, the group. We understand that every journey comes with its own challenges and differences in perspectives. However, we believe that each phase has shaped us to become stronger and more resilient. Today, with heavy hearts and deep respect, we officially announce that Andy Adinata has completed his journey and has formally graduated from Maha 5. So, as a token for his contributions, we will continue to keep his content publicly accessible as a tribute to his journey and a valuable legacy he leaves behind. Yeah, they're still going. They're still going. So next is the name of Laura. Yeah, Twitch hates that name so much. So I wish them all the best, chat. Another news as well, guys. Kanaya, awesome. Be graduating on May 31st, 2025. They're from JKT. So wish them all the best as well. I wish this was all that I fucking had, but there's way more. On top of that, guys, Makiamalo did graduate. That is right. They actually graduated back on May 9th. However, they are doing something a little bit different. They are graduating Makia, but they're going under a new identity. That is right, guys. So let's go take a look here at the video about their graduation.
I just want to announce that,
If you guys remember, this was the person that was scammed out of their merchandise that we covered a few months ago. They were scammed out of merchandise, but ultimately another company picked it up and made it right with a lot of people, which was really, really great.
my Camelo will be graduating. Hi everybody, welcome in. I hope you guys are okay with my real voice, because I'm not trying to be cute at all, and I'm being the complete opposite.
Oh, they were
actually.
scammed from this merch company. It was really
I hope
sad.
you don't
It was really, really
feel, I don't
sad.
know, maybe uncomfortable or something. And all of you who still care about me. I'm sorry. Guess it's time. Ooh. Sorry, my voice keeps cracking. Here we go. I'm gonna do my normal voice too once I...
So a big part of this as well was her revealing her actual voice, because she was, I think doing like a higher register to play Makia. So anyway, here you go, guys.
You know. Hi. I'm Sienna.
I want to be more of my true self, and I don't want to feel so fake anymore. I don't want to feel deceitful to you. You know, like, I feel like I make better content if I'm more genuine, so I want to be more genuine. I want to be more genuine. I want to be more natural to what I really am. That's more of my true self, so I hope you're okay with that.
I love that. I love that so much. I very much agree with that. And I went through the exact same thing, earlier in my career as well, chat. So it's great to see her being more herself. And of course, she is going to be picking up that new identity and continuing to stream. So yeah, I guess like a rebrand's the right way to say it. So she's a big sweetheart. I did get to talk to her one time. She's very nice. So in other news, guys, we are going to also say goodbye to Gomi. That is right, guys. Gomi is graduating June 27th. Yeah, her voice is super cute. It's a very bittersweet announcement, but on June 27th, I'll be having my final stream as Gomi. For the past 4 years, I spent time with my goomers. I thought that said gooners. I spent time with my goomers, sharing so many chaotic moments and so much joy. I can't put into words how deeply the memories we made have impacted me. I carry them with me and cherish them forever. So, lots of love to Gomi. Yeah, I'm really sad to see that. Gomi's a sweetheart. At least there's plenty of time to hang out with them. Also, as well, guys, Belk is graduated. That is right. Belk has been a VTuber for 3 years. And it hasn't been a good experience. I made lost so many friends I've lost count. I've seen 3 different instances of VTubers backstabbing and lying, whether it's lying about others, bullying others, or just talking to someone only to gain something from them. That's really sad. I hate that they had such a bad experience. Wait, earlier Lara was different than Lara today. So true, so true. I thought it said gooners, bro. So very unfortunate they had a bad situations in their big experience in being a VTuber, and ultimately they were calling it quits. So guys, I wish Felk the best. I'll be honest, guys, I've been there. I've been thinking about quitting multiple times after things happen to me. But ultimately, guys, I think it's really important to be true to yourself, and don't quit. Don't give up, guys. Don't let other people ruin your experience. So keep going, guys. In other news, I do want to talk about Lucky Akuma. Lucky Akuma looks like they're stepping away from VTubing for a bit. So I'm posting a VTuber video on my IRL account discussing the future of my content, explaining why I'm stepping away from the VTuber community, and more about what I used to do as a face cam streamer. So it seems like Lucky is actually moving more towards doing face gaming instead of VTubing. So if you still want to support them, they're doing stuff as a face cam streamer instead, which is really cool. So another news, guys, we did a letter here from Honey, was graduating on June 15th. Let me make this a little bit bigger for y'all. My dearest orphans, I know long messages like this can be a bit overwhelming, and I can't blame for anyone ready for expecting the worst. I wish I could tell you nothing is changing. I wish I could tell you I'm staying. Life has other plans for you, silly dog girl. It's with heavy heart. I'll let you know I'll be graduating, taking a definite break from online activities starting June 15th. So she will be graduating, guys, or at least taking an indefinite break. All merchandise has been removed, the exception of a new shaker cup, something small for you to keep as a reminder of our time together. So they said, I hope we'll meet you again. Forever yours, Honey. So I wish Honey all the best, guys. You need to have time to spend with them until June 15th, so that's always good, so you can still make some memories. Another news, guys, Vexori is also taking a hiatus, but that's because she just had surgery. She's actually been in the middle of a subathon. However, Vex says starting tomorrow, I'm going to be on a short hiatus since I've been given a slot for surgery on Thursday. He's hoping to come back in just 2 days, which is on May 14th. So, good news all around. It looks like it was just about a week for her gallbladder surgery, chat. Yeah, exactly. So, best of luck to her. And we hope the best. I'm sure she's going to be fine, guys. She seems good. And she will be back, hopefully, on the 14th. Another news as well, guys. Mickey is also taking a very, very brief hiatus for her health. She did say that unfortunately she had to go to urgent care. She thinks she might have GERD, and she's being put on medication for that. So she will be back on May 17th. So please wait for Mickey. We love Mickey so much. She is a huge friend. It's been so good to me since I started streaming. So send her some love, guys. And we'll see her back on the 17th. In other news as well, Sugi is also taking a bit of a break. I'm sorry, guys. So many breaks to talk about. But Sugi, of course, also is saying that she just had a huge debut. It went really, really well. She said, hey, I would like to ask you for your patience in the upcoming week or two. I recoup some of the energy and take a bit of a health break. So it looks like Sugi will be back here very soon. Just taking a little bit of a break after all the craziness has been going on in her world. Yeah, so many huge breaks and stuff like that. Of course, we also have Miyu. Miyu was somebody that I interviewed about her issues that she had online. Somebody was trolling her about a year ago. But anyway, of course, Miyu says, starting on the 10th, I'll be going on hiatus from streaming and all content creation until June 3rd. This is because my mental health and physical health has been rapidly declining to the point of being not doing well, and I will need a break. I'm hoping that upon my return, I feel a lot better. And starting June 3rd, I'll be streaming on Rplay as an ASMR creator. I was still putting out more ASMR-focused videos and streams as well as other platforms, such as on YouTube and Twitch. So it seems like they're going to be focusing on ASMR when they come back on June 3rd. So send Miyu some love. We love her so much. She is so sweet. Such a good bean. Give her some love, guys. I don't know what Rplay is. I never heard that. Turno, we're going to look at the Taka stuff here in just a bit, all right? In other news, guys, I have some really cool news. This is all celebrations. So let's get some claps. First up is Pina Penguin. If you don't know, Pina actually came back for a re-debut, and that is because she said, Marisa, this was mainly due to work and business trips, but it's also because she is now a mom to a beautiful baby. That's incredible. Let's go. So she is back. However, she is balancing being a mom, VTubing, wife, IRL job. So she is going to continue streaming, but of course, probably in a little less capacity as well. But that's a great reason to take a hiatus. So we're glad to see you back. Also, as well, speaking of the Proganagot, we also have here Miss Kitty Mama, who says, I'm Proganagot. It's been a wild ride keeping a secret. But given it's Mother's Day, it's time to share the good news. Nines and I are expecting a child due early this September. So I wish lots of love to Miss Kitty Mama and Nines as well. All right, chat. Now we can talk about good stuff. So first up, chat. Looks like Ray Bubbles is giving us a bit of a teaser with her new model, Iris Stingray, coming soon. Also, can I get a booba? Anyway, so this model looks fantastic. I like the idea of a pirate and a stingray together. I think that's fantastic. So very much looking forward to this model. Get excited, guys. It's going to be great. Also, on top of that, Tricky is giving us a little bit of a teaser as well. That is right. This one is just says spook. Ray's very sweet. She's had a lot of health issues from what I remember, but I think she's doing good. So that's hot. That's hot. Hey, yo. I mean, Tricky, you can possess me anytime. What? So a little bit of a teaser. We don't know when this is coming out. I'll certainly let you know. Speaking of more teasers, guys, Reno also give us a teaser for their 3D. That is right, guys. What Reno's saying is this thing on, and of course showing off her new 3D model. I don't know when this debut is. Her title up here says a 3D debut soon, but looks really amazing. The quality is fantastic. So very excited for this. I'll keep you updated, chat. I'll keep you updated. Hey, Laura, don't get to come by as much as I would like. What I missed today so far. We were talking about Rin separating from GamerSupps. We're going to be talking about some bigger stories here in just a bit. How are you? You didn't miss too much. Also, guys, we're also going to talk about somebody who just debuted their new model, which, of course, was Camilla. I'm a little late to this one, but Camilla did debut her new model, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look here.
And be here for you whenever you need me. If you ever have an issue, just call me.
It's very cute. It's very cute.
I'm on speed dial. 1-800-IMP. Oh, fuck.
1-800-IMP.
No!
Wait, 1-800-I-am-piss would work, wouldn't it?
No!
The piss is back, baby! The piss is back! So, great new outfit here for Camilla. I'm glad that she's back. She took a long break after a lot of personal things she's been dealing with. So it's good to see her back. All right, guys, get those calendars out. I got some debuts for you to write down here really quick. And first up is, of course, Valdai, the Candy Witch, who's debuting on the 17th. Nice to meet you. You're going to join. I got to redeem some emotes and maybe candy. So let's go take a look. I love their model. I love their model. I like how, like, stylized it is. Yeah, it looks really good. It's very, like, 90s-esque. Yeah, very, like, classical magical girl. I agree with that, Nep. So, really, really, really nice. Write that down, guys. May 17th, 4 p.m. EST. So, get excited for that one. Looks really, really good. I'm gonna adjust my music, it's very loud. Yeah, why the fuck was our music up so loud? Why did you do this, chat? I take one day off and all my shit's fucked up. You fucked with my OBS, didn't you, chat? What's up, Yuka? We also have, of course, the lovely Elio, who is also debuting Friday, May 23rd at 11 a.m. EST. Let's take a look at that one. Way to go, chat. Way to go, chat. Fucking with my OBS while I'm gone. Wow. Can't believe you guys. Of course it was Raptor. I will find where you live and I will eat your cookies. I like that effect. That's cool. That's fun. Yo, front page of twins! Next. I have one more debut to talk about with you guys, and that is coming from... Y'all suck. And that is coming from Kunubi. Their 3D debut is this Friday, the 16th of May. This one is going to be going down at 7 p.m. EEST. So let's take a look, guys. Looks exciting. Cute. Love the tail. Yeah, love the tail. Big floof. Big floof. OBS only Booba system. Yeah, trust me, that's my main install as well. OBS only Booba system. That's my main operating system, OBS. And guys, let's get plenty of claps because we want to celebrate some new partners. So everybody clap it up. Clap it up, partner chat. Of course, you have Aka Jewelry, who finally got partnered. Congratulations to them. We also have Cupid. Cupid also got partner as well. Big congratulations to them. Seeing we got Twitch partner. They're so cute. Love the dino. And of course, one more to celebrate, guys, is Maddie Kuma, who also got Twitch partners. So 3 amazing creators doing a fantastic job in getting all that partnership. So we always talk about how hard it is, chat. Well, they did a fantastic job. So give them some love. And congrats to them. They definitely deserve it. So, another member of the Purple Club. Like I said, it ain't easy being cheesy, chat. All right, let's go down here, chat. Because I want to talk about a big issue that has been going around. Now, I missed this, chat. I missed all this. I missed it. But I want to talk about what has been going on with Kier here lately. So, recently, chat, another Vice article came out by Anna Valens. Another one, chat. Another one. This one out of VTubing as the elephant in the room. Bigotry. That is right. So, we reviewed the last 2 that have come out. Sure you guys remember all this? Going through their documents, stuff like this. And some... I want to point this out because this is a very important thing here. So, please join the 41% Anna. You will never be a woman. Now, I want to point out how fucked up this is to say. This is absolutely horrible. Whoever said this is deplorable and definitely needs to be called out. This is not okay thing to say. This is fucked up. Whoever said this, I don't know if this is from 4chan or whatever it is. Yeah, but whoever said this, I think that right now, chat, we can all agree this is a wrong thing to say. Can we agree with that? Yeah, can we agree with that? That's 4chan, right? So, I'm going to do something that you're probably not going to expect, chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I'm not going to read this article. I'm not going to read it. There's nothing for me to say. I'm not going to feed the troll anymore. I'm not going to. I'm not going to feed the troll anymore. I know you probably expect for me to break this down. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. Lots of other people have covered it. There's nothing left for me to say. I'm not going to feed the troll. We're not going to do it. What I want to point out though, chat, is why this particular thing here was said. Or I'm sorry, not why it was said, but what was said and why it's wrong, chat. But I do want to point out something that has been going on that Anna has been doing behind the scenes. And this is something that Anna did to me as well, which is attempt to weaponize the responses of random people and try to play victim. So let me show you what is going on here. So Anna has been tweeting out, "Hi GamerSupps and hiatuses," going after, of course, people partnered with Kirsch. A VTuber work with Kirsch has sent her following after me. They repeatedly told me to kill myself to commit 41%. Anna is the author of all of these Vice articles. Look, is this the kind of person you want to work with, a content creator, since journalists, transphobic death threats? Look. Number one, again, I'm going to go back to this. This is wrong to say. This is horrible to say. But Kirsch is not sending these people to say this stuff to you. This is just some random fucking person on the internet that is a fucked up person that's deplorable that needs to be called out. But Kirsch isn't the one sending her following after you. What are you talking about? Like, yes, do we need to call out these deplorable people? Absolutely. But are we responsible for these random fucking people on the internet? Of course not. I would like... I'm not... Nobody's responsible for that kind of stuff, right? They're not. Every time she goes after somebody, it just makes them pop off even more, yeah. Again, going to... do you condone transphobic death threats, GamerSupps? Of course they don't. Of course hiatuses doesn't as well, right? Of course they do not. Of course they do not believe in those things. I'm sure that they 100% are like, no, this isn't okay. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is not okay. But for you to say that, oh, yes, like, this one random person that said this, it is, like, closely associated with Kirsch, bro, that's a stretch. You cannot constantly, like, oh, because this one random person on the internet said this streamer is responsible for that. You know what I mean? Like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. A random person on the internet does not stand for all of our beliefs, right? I've had people in my community that have been kicked out of my community, by the way, that have said some really fucked up stuff. And you know what? They were removed from my community because you know what? All I can do is manage my community. That's the best I can do. That's all that I have the power to do. But if it's a random person on the internet that I've never heard of, which is probably the case with this, I would imagine, you can't draw that kind of stuff together, you know?
Hella petulant. If you find someone to be disagreeable,
sure,
then just ignore, block.
Which again, I will never, ever justify anybody saying this kind of stuff. This is wrong. This is so wrong. But for you to try to draw some correlation between that, oh, this random person on the internet is, you know, a supporter of Kirsch and, you know, she's sending her following after me. Bro, that's such a stretch. That's not true. That's not true at all. But chat, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? This is what I wanted to point out because I feel like reading this is just... I'm not going to feed the troll anymore. And who's to say that person even is a Kier supporter? We don't know that.
To remake of tuber music video I made because one of the people
Oh,
I
nice.
included was racist
Oh,
and
shit.
transphobic.
Yeah.
We don't tolerate hate.
I think it's really arrogant. I mean, right, exactly. I will say this too, because I know somebody's probably going to say, well, does she denounce it? Yeah, she says it all the time on her streams. Like, don't go after people they disagree with. She says that stuff. So, yes, she does denounce it. Even if they were a part of Kirsten's community, how's that her fault? Exactly right. So, you're like, you can only action things that have already happened. You can't action something you didn't know somebody was going to say, right? Now, if somebody says it, yes, then you start to action that stuff. But I doubt they're actually part of her closer community, right? Right, are probably a liar, wouldn't be surprised, right? It's just, look, I'm going to say this again, guys. I do not agree with a lot of the stuff that Kier says. But the thing is like, these articles that keep getting written about Kirsten stuff, they're done in the worst way possible. They're literally like, it's just these like empty like arguments. You know what I mean? I would be all up for a conversation about here's the director fan base review bomb, a game developer that stopped sponsoring him. The NID, I'm gonna get to that. Hold on. Separate situations, but we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna say fucked up stuff on my own time. No reason, but I keep it out here, never seen on your behalf. Right. I mean, I hope that you don't do that stuff, right? But yeah, I'm curious, even if you don't, like what she says, she's repeatedly told reviews not to go after people, right? Everybody always does this thing where they're like, the first thing they hop to is like, oh, well, this XYZ streamer said their followers after him. Guys, I can say 1,000,000 times. I can play this PSA.
Before we dive into today's story, this is a public PSA. Do not harass anyone. Do not be mean. We are here to discuss today's story in a very positive and informational way.
I've recorded this, and I play it pretty much every news segment, and people will tell me that I sent my followers to attack people. I'm like, but here's the issue, chat. Here's the issue with this stuff, right? The problem is this kind of stuff actually takes away from legitimate arguments against Kirsch. That's the problem with this right here. It's just like you're hiding like a bit of information, like a tiny bit of jewel of information in this giant pile of manure. You know what I mean? So like, it's just like, it's so pointless. And now it's the adverse effect. It's actually blown Kirsch up in a bigger way because of this. Because people look at these articles and go, wow, they're really fucking bad. They're poorly written, really bad arguments. I don't know what to call this argument. Is this like that straw man argument? Is it? I don't know. You guys know. But this is just such a dumb way to approach somebody that you disagree with. And you want to see something about, right? Well, the fans of the Reddit shit on game for any reason. The bulk of them people need to stop, learn to stop listening to the mob, dropping critters to dumb shit. Stand by critters, less it's serious. Well, them towel. Thank you, cutie. So anyway, chat, I didn't want to mention this. I'm not going to read the article. There we go. And I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh, well, Laura didn't read the article. She's a horrible person. I'm like, well, guess what? It's my news show, so I can cover what I want to. So news reacts, whatever you want to call it. I think the article is absolute a work of shit, but Kirsch fans, by and large, you seriously need to rein themselves in. So now we're going to talk about the next issue. Here, guys, what is something that recently happened to Kirsch? So here we go, guys. And this is actually Kirsch lost her sponsorship for Crime Boss, and it's causing a lot of her fans and people to go and review bomb the game. That is right, guys. So let me go read exactly what allegedly has happened. And I do want to talk about a little bit of questions that I have and some specifics on what's going on here. So Kirsch has a history of playing this game called Crime Boss, Rock K City. He's basically like one of the main creators for it. And ultimately, they partnered with her. It really blew it up. And ultimately, guys, he decided to part ways with her. So let's go read what Kirsch had to say. A month into the Life for Nation campaign started by people who hate me, and during a pre-planned vacation where communication access to my home and resources were minimal. You're talking about where she went on vacation. In-game studios, devs of Crime Boss, Rock K City, a game I loved and heavily promoted since its release in 2023, dropped their relationship with me. They were swayed by anonymous posts Reddit users who admitted to not watching me, people who lie about mission, and people who strawman all my stances. And to cap it off, a muckraker from a dying news outlet, they're talking about, with an axe grind, decided to compile it onto an article with no more integrity than the Tumblr blog they no doubt have. This company is not experiencing cancel culture. My audience are paying customers who are voting with their voice in their wallet after a company makes an astronomically poor decision they disagree with. These are not review bombs. These are not people who don't own the game. We're gaining in-game our experiences. What happens when you capitulate to cancel culture. These two things are not the same. It's incredibly obvious, and everybody knows it. People held this power to ruin others people's reputation and financially for years, and we are now standing up for ourselves. Fuck you, fuck cancel culture, and fuck the Darvo that happens when anyone decides to defend themselves. You reap what you sow. So again, everybody was very upset that Kirsch, ultimately, was let go from this company, right, chat? And this has resulted in tons of people review bombing the game, by the way, right? You can see here. And in lots of hours on record, this person has a lot. But they must wonder the last one we can do supporting that company until that still in 2025 does not even do a little thinking before they turn back on somebody they should be defending. I cannot recommend supporting game news developers can turn their back on the community because of a tweet, so on and so forth. I feel like a lot of these, at least there's hours on record, but, a lot of people just being like, review bombing it. So I have a question about this whole thing, and maybe chat, because I have looked into this, very, very much, and I cannot find this piece of information. So I'm going to ask you, our army. Yeah, I'm going to ask you, our army, what's going on? So she said that they let her go because of these reasons, right? Was there any post made with the actual email or reason or letter of dismissal? Was there anything put out about why this happened by the company themselves? Was there email? Was there official notice? Where was that? I've been looking for that. I cannot find it. Where is it? The devs dropped her quietly. Other smear sites have gone bankrupt, been bought out. People fired in the merchant. I have no idea. I can't find that piece of information, right, chat? I think there was, but got deleted due to backlash. I don't think I've seen it. I have no idea. I cannot find it. So number one, I'm looking for the information. I want to know why that is. Why they officially decided to break it apart, right? I know this is coming from her. We've had a lot of people kind of get involved with it, but I want to hear from them the reason why they decided to make that decision. Was it because of ideal differences? Was it because of something they heard? What was the reason, right? If it was a quiet drop, I would like to know that too, right? I just want something a little bit more official because I feel like we need that to kind of know exactly what's going on here. But what I do want to say, chat, what I do want to say is, to be fair, any business can drop you for any reason, especially a sponsor, right? If they don't like what you say, right, they can drop you. If they have a idyllic difference with you, they can drop you, right? That's totally allowable. That is on the business and the game or whatever. They do have to understand there may be backlash for that, but it's because of the Vice article she read off the email on her stream. You have a clip to that? Right, you gotta understand too that it is their right to work with whoever they want to. Now, like I said earlier, chat, for better or for worse, people make decisions and it can be good or it can be bad. You know what I mean? So, and this is the result. So again, I feel like people should do what they want to do and then ultimately suffer the consequences or benefits of it, right? So obviously dropping your biggest person, it is going to hurt, right? And ultimately, exactly as you said, Syria, can they decide what is best for their brand and things like that, right? We had to stand up for creators and customers. People have the right to call out by dropping a creator who did so much for them. I mean, again, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. Here's what I want to point out. Here's just obviously very controversial, right? We know this. Everybody knows this, right? I feel like it's not. It would be unfair to say that if I was a controversial streamer, which I am sometimes, by the way, because I do news, I have a certain expectation that people might not want to work with me because I am controversial. Does that make sense? So, like, I cover news all the time, right? Sometimes I have takes on things that people don't agree with. I'm a controversial person sometimes, right, chat? I have a certain expectation that some people will not want to work with me. I feel like in a way it would be unfair, at least not to point that out, that, like, Kirsch is controversial. If I was Kirsch, I would have an expectation that certain people, sponsors, groups, etc. would not want to work with me. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something that needs to be recognized, because I don't see anybody recognizing that. Is that fair to say, chat? If you're controversial, I'm 6 foot tall. I know I am, though. People go after me all the time. You know what I mean? People go after me all the time, Ariel. No, Christopher, we're gonna get into that a little bit. What do you think about that statement, chat? I think you're controversial, blown out proportion time. Sure, I think so as well. Crying, like the whole like retweeting the Nazi thing. I think that was blown up. I guess I know much about Kirsch. Every time Jarvis signed his personal leaks in my timeline, something deplorable. The last two things I've seen where her saying immigrants were in it. Yeah, well, like we talked about, right? So I'd be genuinely surprised. I can't blame people for not wanting to work with that. And I think that's entirely fair, right? I think that you have to recognize that. Yeah, I think you have to recognize that if you're in a place of controversy, some people might not want to work with you, and that is their prerogative. Obviously, her complaining about it and bringing this stuff up is fair, right? I think that it's fair to say something about it, but for her, there's got to be expectation as well. They should have at least talked it out with her. She helped them so much, but certainly affect a lot. So I want to see the email. Maybe we can go and find it. Does anybody, well, maybe we'll get it later, but does anybody have a link to that stream or a clip of her going over the email? And so working together does not build up immunity to show some new problem harassing the end of work. That's a good point. I'll wait for a minute. Oh yeah, Decoy. So whoever's the last person to sub or gift a sub during my subathon wins $1,000. Whenever the timer hits 0, the last person to sub or gift a sub wins that $1,000. Here's the likes history of shouting cancel culture when she has to face a consequence of action. Well, like, I find it strange that, like, you know, down here we're like, fuck cancel culture, but like, I mean, this is the result of a lot of this stuff, right? Which, I mean, she's not directly responsible for, but apparently she said somewhere, somebody said that she kind of did a call to action on that. I don't know how true that is, so you can take that with grain of salt. Yeah, and a lot of controversy is around Kirsch, inflated by those Vice articles, right? The whole Nazi thing, I think, was absolutely insane, right? Her retweeting that thing that she didn't know, she addressed that, and that was kind of what I thought. But there are a lot of things she says that I very much disagree with. Yeah, you're getting it. I'll wait like a few more minutes. You know, I'll wait a few more minutes. There's things she said I very much disagree with, and I think that we do not have the same moral compass, you know, and that's fine. That's okay. What was the timing, Silver Fate? I think I missed it. I find it weird that she said some really fucked up things. Like, so the one thing she said about the, retweeting with Asmund, about the, autistic people, that to me is straight up just horrible. You know what I mean? The other one, of course, that Fuzztalk pointed out, talking about immigration and getting rid of diversity programs. That was another one as well. What exactly did she do for the game? I think she just like played it a lot and just blew it up. I don't really know. I don't know how long she was actively running the game, but if the stream charts are anything to go by, I wasn't really much left to cancel. This game was only averaging about 100, 300 players. Gotcha. That's good to know, Napa. Yeah, again, like, just for me, like, that straight up is just wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if somebody can get the clip. If not, we'll move on because I think that was all I wanted to cover on this one. But I'm not dissing myself, but I'm not really a sensitive here. Yeah, our community is basically the game's only play. I gotcha. He just wants to stream to them without being paid. Our links were just to track players. Gotcha. Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's take a look. Thanks, Nid. Okay, here we go. Here's mindless character dropping kitchen for partner program for where the community support the game. Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
The reason for their success. I brought thousands, tens of thousands of people to that fucking game. Like, it's insane. Insane that they weren't even getting any heat. They weren't even getting tagged anywhere. Nobody even knew that I was partnered with them. And out of everyone, they were the ones to drop me. They made more off of me than I made off of them. And they dropped me.
Who is that kid?
So, I completely agree with Asmongold. If you didn't buy the game, please don't leave bad reviews, right? Don't brigade. Only if you bought the game. Only if you spent money.
Again, chat, like, I know she said this, so we do have to be fair that she did tell her community not to go after people, so because she literally said it right there.
Change your review to negative. Send them emails. Tag them on Twitter. Make sure you know that actual paying customers are upset with their decision. Again, don't be rude. Don't be insulting. Right? If I see people insulting them, I'm going to be mad at you. I might ban you. I don't know. But I don't want people to, like, insult them. Be cordial. The only marketing they had.
I really want to see the email. That's what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to have to go find that in my own time, chat. Because I looked everywhere for it and I could not find it. But if you told me she covered it on stream, I did go through 2 of her streams and I didn't see it. I think the point that I want to make here, chat, about this whole debacle here, right, is that the company can do whatever they want, right? If they don't align with a creator's views anymore, I mean, this is a vote with your dollar response to something we hear all the time from people on forums. Not nice, but the whole situation is nice. She did tell them a review bomb. What do you mean? Didn't she just say not to do that?
They were the ones to drop me. They made more off of me.
Yeah, don't you have to purchase the game to leave a review anyway?
Off of them, and they dropped me. So I completely agree with Asmongold. If you didn't buy the game, please don't leave bad reviews. Right? Don't brigade. Only if you bought the game. Only if you spent money. Change your review to negative. Send them emails. Tag them on Twitter. Make sure you know that actual paying customers are upset with their decision. Again, don't be rude. Don't be insulting. Right? If I see people insulting them, I'm going to be mad at you.
I feel like what she said was fine. I don't really have a problem with this. I feel like what she said was fine. You know, like, don't be rude. Like, share your voice, but also, like, you know, send an email if you want to change your stuff to negative. I think she probably meant, like, I think we're too focused on her exact wording. I think that you can hear what she meant by it, right? Her intention behind it. Yeah, if you already bought the game, you spent stuff, and you want to change it negative, you know, do your thing, right? But I was meaning the whole of you bought it, swap your review around. You spend money on it, now you're upset. These are assets, so you spend money. Trust, I think we're getting too hung up. He probably meant her intention was, if you look at exactly what she said, right? She said, hey, don't be rude. You know, if you bought the game, you can change it, stuff like that. I think that she meant it in a way that was more like, share your voice, but you don't have to be an asshole about it. I don't think that she meant, like, actually, like, yes, that's what she said, but it's probably not exactly what she meant. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I totally get where you're coming from. She did technically say that, so you can hold her accountable for that, you know? I like to look at people's intention more than anything because I feel like the truth is somewhere in between, but thing is, I'm aware that there are some who's a bad game and give a negative review. Yeah, so that did happen. To be fair, that did happen. Take a look at this. 0.1 hour, 1.1, 0.4 hours. Like, these are not actual players, you know? This person also did a product refund after the 0.1 hour. You know what I mean? So here's what I want to say about this, chat. Here's just a very controversial figure. I think there needs to be at least the expectation from Kirsch that people will not want to work with you anymore because of your views. And that happens with anybody, right, chat? Anybody could drop me for any reason. Chat members don't want to talk to me anymore. Maybe because I have certain views on stuff. I feel like that needs to be like an expectation at a certain point. I do want to look for the emails, so I'm going to go back and try to find that, chat. Because I did look through her stuff. Yeah, she doesn't control her audience, right? I think it's important to state that you're not okay with certain actions being done, but that's the best that you can really do. Yeah, I think there needs to be an expectation if you're going to be a controversial figure. Some people would not want to work with you, right? And I need to see that email exactly because, of course, she said it was about this stuff. It was particularly about these users, right? I don't know what was in the email, but nobody can control their audience, you know what I mean? She doesn't control her audience. Well, Deco, the thing is like you can only control your audience so much, right? In all realism, you can't really control your audience. I can shout from the mountaintop, oh my God, don't do this. Oh my God, don't do that. But people will still do stuff, right? And all I can do is just ban them from my community if I find they've done something bad. That's the absolute best we can do. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. I do want to see the email to see how true this is. I guess that's kind of my question about it. If they actually said, oh, we read this stuff and this is why we let you know that. Here's been controversial for a while. Yeah, at least a year. So I'm really wondering how it made it too much. But I'm up until now. They're happy to accept a partnership. No, she was controversial. Well, again, she said it was since 2023. I know Kier appeared on my radar about a year ago. Yeah, good about their consequences. Actions. Companies may not want to work with you. On the other hand, a company may lose money. Exactly. So I feel like, you know, I want to see the email. Maybe we can go through to it. Hold on. If you guys are okay with it, are you okay if I try to find it really quick? Like super duper quick? Hang on, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Kier says. Let me just make that clear. So I don't think it was yesterday, was it? When did all this happen? I don't remember. It's been so like a blur for me. 2 days ago. But probably this one. Let's see. Okay, so here is the actual post that she talked about. I do want to see there's an email in here. That's what I'm looking for. Like, what was the reason they actually said that they separated from her? Oh, absolutely. You know, she definitely does. There's no doubt on that. I don't see the email. I don't see an email. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to find that information on my own. I think that I want to know what they said as the reason as to why they did it. I don't really care for reviews of issues straightforward with the next sponsor. Yeah. I didn't consider it. I like her personality. I like her content. I don't keep it on to know all the things she said. Of course, right? But it's important to talk about it, right? Because again, there are some things she said that are like, I just hard disagree with. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, what were the reasons why they actually separated? I would like to see that. And if that does actually fall in line with this, you know, then the business decided to stand on their own morals, and you know, you take that as it is. Hypothetically, chat, let me give you a hypothetical for a second. If you're listening, type 1, because it's important for this hypothetical. Here's my hypothetical. Let's say that Crime Boss said, you know what? We're very left-wing. And the stuff that you said about, you know, trans people being mentally ill and retweeting Asmongold stuff did not fall in line with our beliefs. And because of that, we are going to separate from you, right? Well, let's just say that's a hypothetical, right? That's our hypothetical. So if that is her belief, right? You know, she tweeted that stuff with Asmongold, and that is the reason they didn't want to work with her. Then it's up to you as a viewer to decide, okay, what side do you want to support, right? Because if they did it for a moral reason, that's their choice. That is ultimately what they wanted to do, right? And I don't know if it would fall under all of these. Did they look at the Vice article? We don't know. We don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, I want to see the separation is the reason why before I give a final call on this. But I think we need to wait for more info. Yeah, and like, if it was me personally, if this happened, I don't know. I wouldn't make a big public post about it. That's just not who I am, you know? Like, I would... Why the fuck am I a fucking Smurf? Wait, no, I'm a Hulk! God, I'm She-Hulk! No! I don't want to be featured in She-Hulk. I don't know, like... I mean, there's missing information, and this isn't the way I would have treated this, but... that's just me. What's your thoughts, chat? Let me hear what you have to say about it. Falling both for the cultural significance, same. Nope. I don't always agree with what Asmund and Kirsch have to say, same. I don't as well. I agree with certain stuff that Asmund has said in the past. I don't agree with a lot of stuff, like he said about fruit, and obviously the mentally ill stuff. I disagree with that.
For a company to only cater to one side of the political aisle. As a company, your goal is to make money, and excluding 50% of the population means at least 50% of possible profits being thrown away.
But you have to also remember, Pachi, that business is allowed. Hear me out, chat. That business is allowed to make that decision. The business, it's their business. They can run it whichever way they want to. They're not excluded from, actually being called out about stuff. But at the same time, I think that it's important to also, note that they can run their business however they want. If you align with that, cool. If you don't, that's great too, It has been decided by the fact that people like her or him or Nug should likely move away from sponsors unless they're fine with their views. Their job, you're forcing to be silent. Yeah, I mean, when you're in a certain spot, right, it's hard to work with sponsors, so I definitely get that thought process 100%, that it's very difficult to work with certain sponsors when you're in controversial stuff, right? Anybody that pretty much shares your opinion out loud and you talk about this kind of stuff, it's probably going to be an issue. It's probably going to be an issue, right? But I think it's okay because their job is aligned, but if it's a blue-collar job, I think the company should mind their business. I don't know. It depends on their company, right, Ariel? It depends. Like, certain businesses are very supportive of different types of, campaigns and things like that. And that's great. That's awesome. But again, it's all about who do you want to align with? Who do you want to work with? And who do you want to support? It's up to you. Whichever way you want to do it, it's up to you, right? I think that that's an important thing to know. You are an individual, right, chat? I can talk about how I feel, and I can tell you my thoughts, but I want you, and it's very important to me, chat. It's so important to me that you make your own decision. Make your own decision, chat. I will give you the information as much as I can, and you decide what you think is best. That's all I can do, and that's all I want to do, is inform you and allow you to make the decision that you think. Yep, exactly. But anyway, I mean, there is expectation that they would drop her because of her controversial views. Can I say that's wrong? I don't know what these people feel and what the reason was exactly. So, yeah, free thinkers, holy shit. But, I mean, I made it clear. I don't like Kirsch's mentality and a lot of stuff. I think some of it is overblown. But I do think there's some things that, do need to be called out. I'm just not a political streamer, so I'm unfortunately, guys, I've said it before, I'm not that person. So all I can do is morally have an argument. Morals are the reason I understand the company. Game devs choose to bring their games to all kinds of people. Somebody who exclude a big chunk of people, which is very bad. May lose 1.5 of the political spectrum, but that side is controversial. They don't know what to do with that. Exactly. Again, it's their prerogative, whatever they want to do. That's it. So, free thinkers, baby! All right. We're going to talk about something political when it comes to fat tits. Well, yes, I'm very pro fat tits and fat ass. Business supports the path which makes the most money, not actually needing social causes. Wait, businesses support the path makes the most money at any actual social causes. I mean, it depends on where they donate to. Some do, some don't, but that's a whole separate conversation. So, all right, guys. So we're gonna get into a really, really heavy and important topic today, chat. So everybody, before we start, we are gonna be talking about Takahata. So everybody, stretch. This is a very important thing that I want to talk about. Yeah, so let's stretch. That on the ballot. Oh, Pumpy, understanding this one, I got you. I do have a centralized message for this, and you're probably not gonna like it, but I'll still give you the message. And you know what's really tough to cover? Oh my God! You know what's really tough to cover this stuff about Kirsch is that I disagree with her on a lot of her viewpoints, but I have to try and present it to you guys in as neutral of a way as possible. But I also have to point out things that, you know, are problematic on her side, and I also have to point out things that are problematic on the other side as well. This is just, it's tough, right? Because she's so controversial that it's hard to give an opinion on both sides without people wanting to attack you or people wanting to make you choose a certain side about it. Because my thing is, like, there's nuance in everything. My take on Kirsch is very nuanced, you know what I mean? God damn it, Kirby. So it's tough because, like, for instance, when I skipped that link, right? You know, I very much got the anti-Kirsch crew, you know, all over my ass, right? And I'm like, well, you know, I don't believe in Kirsch's moral compass, so why are you coming after me? You know what I mean? Like, it's just very, like, it's just how it is. How do you have a source for that? When I see the context, I love their events. Who is it? Yeah, who is it? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, King. Yeah, like, well, like, it's not even that I'm a journalist, but also, like, seriously, like, just the way that I like to function. Like, this is how I am as a person. Like, I want to look at all the sides of the argument. I want to play devil's advocate. I want to talk to all these other things. You know what I mean? Like, God damn it, Kirby. I want to talk about everything, you know what I mean? So, oh yeah, Belfry. I remember I almost got canceled. Yeah, like, Vinted was all over me. Nyara, she was all over me. Like, you know, it was not great. But I'll tell you one thing that I did during this break chat. If I can make a little bit of a detour before we talk about Taka. I actually, guys, I was considering not doing news anymore. I was. I took this break to figure out if I wanted to stop doing news. That was my goal during this break, is to decide if I wanted to not do it anymore. Yeah, they're really not tuxedo. Yeah, no, I mean, really, like, it's very stressful. It's very, it's hard. Laura, you or some of the other drama YouTubers are far better at journalism than my love device. A lot of actual big news outlets like CNN and Fox. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very stressful. It's very emotionally draining. It's very, it's rough. It's rough because, you know, having a viewpoint, having an opinion is a bad thing, right, chat? People don't, if you have an opinion, let's say that I don't like this VTuber, but I like that VTuber's friend. I don't like what this VTuber did, but I like that VTuber's friend, right? I can't be friends with both of them because this other person's viewpoints don't really align with mine, right? But, and you know, I know you guys would, but I'm here to tell you, I really thought about this in a great detail. And you know what? There's not too many things, I know people will disagree with this, but there's not too many things that I'm very good at besides VTubing. And you know what? I feel like that I do a pretty good job at the news. I feel like, or reacting to events, or whatever you want to call it, news, react to events. I feel like this is something that I'm pretty good at. And I don't want to stop doing something that I'm good at or that I like doing because how other people are. I don't want my happiness to be contingent on how other people are. And this is why I needed to step away, because I was very drawn into that stuff with online. I fell into the quicksand, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fell into the quicksand. I was constantly online. I was constantly viewing stuff with you know, on Twitter all the time, looking into things all the time, chat. I was literally glued to my phone all the time. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I cannot do this. But it's really hard because having an opinion anywhere, people come down on you. On Reddit, on Twitter, whatever it is, chat. And the thing is, it's like I could ultimately just go back to not doing that. You know what I mean? I could just go back to playing games and ignore all that kind of stuff. But there was something that I had in my heart that I remembered that I wanted to, that will keep me going with news. As many bad things as I talk about, there's also good things we talk about. And there's also, we've also done a lot of good with the interviews that we've done, right? There's a lot of truths that we've uncovered. There's a lot of really, really good things that have come out of this. You know what I mean? And because of that, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I feel like the day that it's not, the day that it hurts me more than it helps me, I will stop. But until that point, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is the best way to be. I don't want to get so caught up in this stuff online because it certainly dragged me down in a really big way. But I'm not going to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely going to, I'm going to take a step away a lot more from online. But the thing is I know I've done a lot of good rather than bad. And the big thing is, too, chat, is news isn't even my primary source of content. You know, like, I'm streaming 7 days right now. Only 2 of those days are news. And even if 3 of them were, more than half of my content isn't news. So, you know what I mean? Like, it does take a strong-willed person, but I want to do good in the community. And yes, I'm going to talk about shitty stuff, and maybe I don't always get it right, and I'm okay to be corrected. But I want to do some things that are good as well. So, I'm not going to stop. But that's what my break was about, chat. I really thought about quitting news. I really let a lot of people kind of get to me, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to do that anymore. So, I want to be known for having fun and doing reacts. And I also want to be able to talk about serious topics, you know, like, it's important to me. There's a lot of really important subjects going around the world that unfortunately we can't ignore anymore. We can't ignore. You know what I mean? Oh, you can, yeah, no, it's an 18 up Discord, but you're good otherwise. So, yeah, it's very difficult. And I know I'm biased in certain things, and that's okay. You know, Laura likes playing, digging around news and stuff online. I mean, I really like doing good, but I do also like approaching serious topics with some actual nuance. And I feel like I do a pretty good job about that. I know a lot of people disagree, but I feel like I do a good job about that. And I think we need more of that. I think we need more people talking about the good things that are going on and the bad things that are going on. So, and I appreciate that. Even if we disagree, at the end of the day, we shake hands, we give a high five, and we move on. So, here's the thing, from being a very online community, we became what we sort of leave outside of entertainment. You know, oh wait, from being a very united community, we became what we sort. Yep, that's so true. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, chat. You won't see me stop news anytime soon. I got this. So, and I appreciate all your support, because I know you guys love it. And that's what's important to me, is to give you a good breakdown of what's going on. So anyway, chat, speaking of breakdowns, let's go take a look here at what is going on with Takahata. You're doing good by those around you. Exactly. I appreciate that, Nick.
A high five, that basically holding hands.
Exactly. Wait, don't hold my hand. I'll get pregnant. I appreciate that, Nick. Thank you so much. So guys, let's talk about Takahata a second. You know, I'm not Rima. I'm not. I'll be honest, I look up to Rima so much. I think that she is a fantastic reporter, and she knows her shit, and she dives into it. And I'm not Rima. I'll never be Rima, but I will do my best to at least give you my own takes, and that's all I can do. So guys, let's talk about what's going on with Takahata. Now, if this is your first time, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a recap. About a month and a half ago, a bunch of creators came out and said, hey, we are separating from Takahata. We're not working with Taka anymore. We took our videos down with her. We asked Takahata to take our videos down with us in it. Hi, Dainty, what's up? A lot of stuff just basically about no more working with Taka. So, we were all kind of wondering what this was about. Well, chat, I'm going to give you a little bit of context on what's going on. But there was Alicia, Adora, Radia, I believe Red Club, a couple of other people just came out, Bo Sheep, and just say, hey, I'm not working with Taka anymore. And we are separating themselves from this. So, nobody knows what this is about. Now, I have a main message for all of you that I'm going to share with you at the end, but I want to talk to you about a little bit what's going on. But first up, let's go take a look at what Taka had to say, because this has been going around, and Taka did finally decide to address it, which this is the first time that anything has been said about it. No information has really come out. Again, Adora and all them kind of kept in Discord. It kind of leaked out a little bit into, Twitter and stuff like that. But here we go. So Taka says, you may have already been aware that over the past few months, several creators have distanced themselves from me. Some have announced they will no longer collaborate on future content. Others have even removed past collaborations from their platforms. It's become clear to me that this has been largely driven by false and hurtful rumors that have been circulated behind the scenes. I'm aware of where this all originated and how it was spread. I have no desire to escalate matters or cause unnecessary distress. I have, with the guidance of legal and professional counsel, now compiled a dossier that clearly identifies the falsehoods and substantiates the truth with provable and independent evidence. So chat, this is now bumped up to a legal level, all right, chat? I'm worried that the spread of false narratives has been possibly by a lack of full context, that allegations have been made and applied are simply untrue. Yes, I do know the identity of the original source. I'm also very aware of that individual's emotional vulnerability, and I truly have no wish to do them harm. At this stage, I do not intend to make the identity public or take further action of any kind. It's my sincere hope this will never be necessary. Yeah, very, very serious. However, I find this entire situation deeply difficult to process. After careful reflection, I've decided to take a significant step back from content creation. For now, this has not been an easy decision to make, but I believe it's the right one for the time being. Those who continue to offer kindness, understanding, and genuine support, I'd like to say thank you. This was meant more than I can express. So there you go, guys. Taka's statement about everything. He's just saying, hey, these are rumors. I have put together some legal stuff. However, I'm not doing anything because I want to respect this person. So that is what Taka had to say. Ultimately, though, chat, I do want to go back and kind of grab some of the stuff from the past and give you a little bit more context here. So this was posted by Alicia a while ago. But hi, Alicia here. This is public, so it's not like this is ever hidden or anything like that. I never deleted stuff with other people I had issues with because it would just spark too much drama and pressure. In addition, I didn't want you to start preying on something that wasn't my story to tell. I collab with Taka and then I would approach it directly after uploading my last video with him. After being approached, I called him out, and that's what made me decide to cut ties. I wanted to hear him out as someone I saw as a friend. I did, and with that, I made my decision swiftly to cut ties with him. When the information is public by the parties involved, I'm more than happy to elaborate on my experience. So again, this is from Alicia chat. Other women who collab with him did make a statement before me because they were nervous too. But when they realized he was still uploading videos of them, collabing and tweeting clips, though they left him months ago, they made that statement. So because he was posting stuff from, a while ago, ultimately they decided, hey, we got to make this call out because it was old clips, right? And they didn't want that association. After the statement, he privated the recent videos involving them. I didn't really know these women that well besides meeting them at Taka's stream, but they have grown to be close to me after going through this whole situation. Like they're talking about, Adora and Radia breaking up from them. I believe. I I'm thankful that he reached out to me, which allowed me to have a necessary conversation with Taka that led to my decision. When I'm able to be more transparent about this situation, I will be. For now, out of respect for the other parties involved, I'm just separating from him. Thank you for being respectful towards me and others during this situation. TLDR, cut ties with Taka after my last video because I was approached by some people. After I called him out, decided to cut him off completely. I do not wish to elaborate further until all parties involved are ready to. When they do, I'll be more transparent about my experience. Thank you. So that is coming from Alicia. Also, something that happened here a bit ago was, this poster here. Beamer said, what's going on with Taka? This is back in April 26th. And Radius said, with the mini referencing female VTubers cutting him up, I will offer that I made a statement on privately and professionally separating from him months ago as he crossed the line. It's not my story to tell. I will not be discussing anything beyond this publicly, but I will be more than willing when information is made public to offer additional statements in my personal experience in relation to it all. So again, just saying, hey, something is going down. That's it, right? And Alicia goes on to say, after Taka's response, says, as somebody who saw you as a best friend, heard you out twice because out of love and respect for our friendship, I didn't want to just listen to one side. I wanted to hear what you said and your experiences. I made my decision to separate based on what you said to me, not what others said. Don't know about if other people are saying false things. Let me be crystal clear. What you told me is worse than what a rumor could be. And that's pretty crazy, chat. Whatever was told to you by Alicia was just really, really bad. I'll read the dossier when it comes out. I saw what you cried and bought you mac and cheese when I thought the world was against you, but it took more screenshots of me talking to you. Second time to get a clear picture. I feel used because I don't know why you left and came back the original time. The second time you did, I still had faith in you, was worried. You came back again for the screenshots. In second conversation I haven't. I give you so much benefit of the doubt because I was a very emotional person. Or I'm an emotional person. Our friendship ended after we talked, not other rumors. So there you go, chat. Junk also did come out. Junk, of course, very, very close to Taka. Said, Taka's already been a really good friend to me and gave me my first opportunity to broadcast myself to a larger audience. The entire situation sucks and I miss him. Please don't pry or gossip about the situation. So, chat, I want to give you something that has been known. However, Alicia said this live on Rima's stream last night. I was kind of lurking in there. And Alicia said, no problem, Taka knows. It's filed too. I told him back when I saw the victim statement. So, and again, this is actually Alicia saying a police report has been filed by this victim. Hi, Red Claw, how are you? So a police report by the victim has been filed, chat. Alicia said this live last night on Rima's stream. I missed the first part where she said actual report, but again, she said, no problem, Taka knows it's filed too. I told him back when I saw the victim statement. So here is what I want to see to all of you after I read Red Claw stuff. What's up, Red Claw? Apologize to everybody who's frustrated with the fake posting. All I see is that we're literally not allowed to talk about it yet. Reason we never publicly said anything on Twitter, because we aren't treating this like VTuber Twitter drama. We are talking about this extremely seriously. Give our separation statements from him to our communities. We want to stay transparent with them. That's no longer wishing to be affiliated with him. So there is a victim that has filed a police report against Takahata. And that is probably the biggest information that you need to know. And Alicia did go on to say that the person, the victim, is okay with that. But here's what I want to tell you guys right now. I need you all to listen, please. It's very, very important, okay? Right now, I literally Red Claw's taking the words out of my mouth, but it's true. Right now, guys, there's a lot of information that is being protected because it literally just cannot be shared right now. It cannot be shared right now. So what I ask of you right now, guys, please be patient and please right now refrain from rumors. Please refrain from tinfoil hat theories. Right now, there's this information that cannot be shared. And I hope that now that legal's involved, now that there is a police report, stuff like that, all that I ask of all of you from this situation is just let let things happen, let them play out. I know that everybody wants to feed into the rumor mill, stuff like that, but with this situation, please, on a personal note, please just take it from me. Please take it from me, chat. Let this play out. Not everything has been put out there because there is a reason, chat. Yeah, there is a reason for it. So just, I understand it sucks that it's vague. The information that's been put out has been put out for a reason, so at least try to be slightly transparent about what's going on. But just please be patient. Please don't spread rumors. Right now, just wait. That's all I can ask from you guys. Just wait. All the information will be made clear when it is time for it to be made clear. So this guy, you have no idea what crime is. There's no specifics. Just because there is alleged victim with the accusation doesn't mean much. And vice versa as well, leader. And vice versa. Seems like a tough situation. Maybe because people are choosing to separate from him. You need to support him. It sucks. Will cause a lot of friction in the community. Exactly. Like, it does suck because you don't know where to land because there's no transparency, but there is a reason for that. And I just, right now, chat, the best thing I can tell you is just wait. Don't just wait. Literally just wait. Okay, guys? That's what my main message. Don't spread rumors. Don't throw out fake accusations. Don't tinfoil hat this. Wait and everything will be made clear, okay? Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Thank you for saying that, Evan. Is like, this isn't just drama, chat. There's a police report. There's legal involved. This isn't just drama. This is upgraded now to the next level. So please treat it that way. And I'm sorry to be vague with you, chat. I'm sorry that I can't, go on to say things I want to say, but just please understand, on a personal note, from me, please just wait. Okay? Please just wait. More information will be shared when it's time. Me and my headbots are waiting for Taka's legal document. Exactly. Like, we need everything. We need everything, but yeah, everybody just wants to hop on it and rumor mill this, but I wanted to cover this today to tell you all, guys, just sit in your seat for a little bit. Sometimes waiting is the best thing you can do. Put your hands in your pocket. Just wait for things to happen, okay? So that's it. Hi, Rima. How are you? I remember when my favorite Minecraft YouTuber got accused of stuff, right? Yeah, we got to do this, wait. What'd you up to, Rima? I was lurking in your Taka stuff last night. I didn't want to bother you. You were on a roll, so I didn't really know what thing to do. To do bad things is not to rumor, just start drama stuff, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't need to be the case. You know what I mean? Like, people don't need to feed into rumors and accusations right now. I'm telling you, on a personal note, please take it from me. Put your hands in your pocket and just wait. Just wait for this to play out. Please, please, please. That is the biggest thing. Thank you for giving us up to Remo. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, the fox. Just gonna be patient with the legal things. But people working on things. Exactly. There's a lot of things going on as to why it can't all be talked about. Just wait. All will be made clear. But my main intention about talking about this today, chat, is I don't want everybody to spread rumors and gossip about stuff that nobody knows. That's the important thing here, okay, guys? That's the important thing that I want you all to know. So, I have an update for all of you about, well, actually, was there anything else you guys want to say about Taka before I move on? So, wanted to open it up to you guys before I continue here. I have an update for you about Cinder. And I missed this. I don't know how I missed it, but Nay. Bro. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. Can we get a shout out for Rima, please? Rima is very, very close to partner on her Twitch channel. So our army, you better go follow. Go give her some love. We love Rima around here. Give her some love. It's been nearly 2 or 3 weeks, if that, yeah. Exactly. Give her some support, guys. Come on. Good take, and I'm glad to have your insight. We're seeing the inevitable rumor mill. Yeah, because that's what they're going to do. Everybody's just going to swirl the rumor mill, and it's like, bro, just chill out. Taka's probably the main reason I fell into VTuber rabbit hole. I met so many wonderful people. I mean, I will tell you, Taka's played a large part in support for me behind the scenes, guys. He is, I mean, I would say he's been a mentor to me in a lot of ways. Really has. So this one, it hurts. It hurts, but we'll get into everything when it does come out. If it even comes out, who knows? So I did want to update you all about Cinder really quick. I'm so sorry I didn't cover this, but the other day, guys. So this is actually coming from Horizons merch. So as you guys know, Horizons merch did a Cinder, a demon statue for that. Well, Horizons merch goes on to say, we received many requests for this project asking for pre-order cancellations under normal circumstances. Most of these requests will be outside of our cancellation period and cooldown period, but given the gravity of the situation behind Cinder, we've lifted the time limitation to that extent. Meanwhile, we can't refund certain orders due to the Afterpay PayPal limitations on their end. We are offering customers a fully functional, non-expiring gift card for Horizons merch. So that is at least, I feel like, a good way to kind of help out, all things considered, especially if you wanted to cancel your Cinder merch. So other alternatives outside the gift card include the transfer another order to the project. Although this option requires further discussion since it's not something our system natively supports. So for full cashback refunds, or if it is not interested in alternative options, refunds will be looked into on a case-by-case basis, but they do have a lot of limitations behind that. I believe also they said that they don't have like a time period with that. Yeah. Finally, customer service for the time being, we drastically slowed down to the inquiry amount, which crashed our system twice over the course of the event. So we appreciate everybody's patience. We don't have a defined amount of time of expected wait for customer support inquiries to be responded to. So yeah, exactly. Like nobody can help in this. It's a really just shitty situation all around, but they're doing the best they can. So be patient with them if you ultimately wanted to cancel your stuff with Cinder. So alrighty, chat. Let's go take a look here into a little bit of indie VTuber news, so we'll pop back up to some other stuff.
At as far as hands in the pocket thing. LOL.
It's true though, Intimidator. Like, that's what my dad would tell me. Well, when we go to the grocery store, he'd be like, Alara, put your hands in your pocket. Like, but they want candy. He's like, put your hands in your pocket. And so I always associate that with like, just kind of keep to yourself and don't mess with stuff. Like, put your hands in your pocket to me is just like, just sit down and just wait. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I did notice that as well, Johnny. I wonder what's gonna happen with all that. You know what I mean? I think we're just waiting for GamerSupps to kind of make an announcement on it. But there's a lot of legal behind that. It's gonna be a while before we get everything. So, what's up, Ethan? How are you? We'll see what happens. First up, chat. Over here into some indie news. I did want to let you know. Oh goodness, let me drink my tea. So, about a month ago, guys, Sheena Faultline was actually, she went on hiatus. She was the VTuber, actually works for the Indonesian government, and she does mostly known for meteorology. Oh my god, I cannot talk. Fuck me. Meteorology. She's actually a VTuber that works for a news station. It's really, really cool. Well, she's actually back from her hiatus. We thought that she got canceled for good, but she is back. So really, really cool. I'm glad to see her back. This was actually really, really cool to see VTubers presenting weather, things like that to the public. So here, I'll show you the little trailer. I think it'd be cool to get your news or weather from like a VTuber, right? And she streams on like the news station. You see what I mean? It's super cute. Luckily we got her back. Yeah, she is back. She is indeed back. They just put her on hiatus, but we thought it was like due to budget cuts. I think that's what the original post said about it, but looks like she's back. So that is fantastic. On other news as well, guys, let's give some congrats to Spike, who just debuted her brand new model. That is right, back on Saturday for tuning out. She's so cute. I love this new model. It's so perfect for her. It's like a balance between like her 1.0 and like her newer model. So looks really, really good. Who was at that debut? Yeah, who was at that debut? Yeah, of course, we also got to give some love to the artist the artist Mama / Papa. I don't know who it is. It is Shiron here who says, I worked on new VTuber model art for Spike. Thank you so much. Please give her all the love and support. I like the giant chain as well, like kind of like it's a tail. That's super cool. Yeah, I love this model. Spike is so sweet. It's been awesome knowing her for so long. She's such a sweetheart. She's deserved everything that has come her way. For real, for real. In other news, guys, a really cool new Minecraft model being put out here by Arthur Dreamer as a customizable Minecraft VTuber model. You can totally check this out. I'll play it for you, but this is awesome. Especially if you love Minecraft. Imagine being able to, like, mess around with this. Yeah, this is so cool. Look at all the options for it, too. Flint and steel. Flint and steel. I am Steve. Bro, I'm not making a fucking Minecraft model. It's really cool, though. Yeah, it's got, like, so many options in it. Wait, there's a booba size? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I am Steve. Please don't make me be a fucking Minecraft streamer, bro. So we check that out over on Arthur Dreamers. I love this. Chicken jockey. Okay, fine, chat. 50 subs. Wait, how much is this? Hold on, wait a second. Wait, what am I agreeing to this? $35. Okay, 100 subs. 100 subs, and I'll do this for an entire stream. There you go, chat. There you go, a stretch goal. You're welcome. 100 subs today. Okay. Also have another cool customizable model for y'all. The blogging booba. Another news as well, Misu, who makes lots of really cool assets, including the skeleton for the head pads. She actually has made her own customizable VTuber model as well. And guys, the options on this thing are insane. I mean, it's a 23-minute long video of her just going through all of this stuff. It's got V-Bridger. I mean, like, this is absolutely insane. So, yes, we can put our Minecraft beds together. 100 subs, 100 subs. Yes, that's her. So, really, really cool. If you're looking for another customizable one, this might be the way for you to go. Really, really nice. In other news as well, guys, Chibi Doki recently had her dream collab chat. That is right. So, of course, here we have from Ray. If you don't know, Chibi is a huge Ray fan. You know, I'll just play the clip. I'll just play the clip.
We got some breaking news in from the source. This is very exciting.
Oh, God.
This is going to make a lot of people happy. Breaking news. Was that a good bit? Do you like the breaking news bit? Anyway, Jeremy has informed me this Wednesday the...
Yo, let's go, Belfry! Let's go! Thank you for the 10, I appreciate you! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby! That's what I'm talking about! That's what it's all about, baby! Thank you so much. So, Chibi is a huge fan. What the fuck, Shadow Dragon? Thank you so much, guys, for all the subbies. I appreciate you. Hi, boy dog. Chibi Dogi is a huge Ray fan, so she finally got to collab with him. I'll show you here really quick. It's super cool.
7th? May 7th at 6 p.m. Central. We got a repo lobby with myself, Jeremy, Matt, Jeff, Gavin, and possibly Chibidoki.
That's chaos that will ensue. The chaos that will ensue. Of course, Chibi was like, of course, she has her crime face. This is such a big deal to her. And they had a great collab. So congrats to Chibidoki. Yeah, look, you got your dream collab, chat. That was like when I got to collab with Zintrea, right? That was like my dream collab. Like, it's a big deal, guys. So, literally perfect. Big congrats to Chibi. You gotta love it. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here because Katie Cat is actually going to be featured as part of TwitchCon EU. Katie tuning out. I've been blessed to have been offered an official IRL meetup in Rotterdam at this year's ECEU on Saturday, May 31st. I see you all. And of course, there's a reservations coming up for that. This is incredible. So big congrats to Kitty Cat. I love that so much for her. I love that. If you're going, please send me pictures in the Discord. I want as many as you got so that way I can show it off, okay? I really want to see them all, okay? Don't forget. If you forget, then I will I don't know. I'll take away your milk. How about that? In other news chat, Roku had a bit of a, incident in her stream. That is like, Roku, today I experienced what is probably most VTubers' worst nightmare. My webcam went on midstream due to technical issues. I was makeupless. The good news, it resulted probably the funniest video of me ever. When I realized, please enjoy. That is right. So apparently, just to give you a little bit of context here, what happened was she was trying to change out like her capture card source, and she accidentally like changed it over. So let's go take a look, chat. Let's go take a look.
Professional streamer, extremely professional.
Bro, I would cease to exist. I would die. I have no makeup on too.
Now one of my toolbars is gone. All right. Not the face reveal.
I'm glad that she was a good sport about it. Like, I feel like she made it the best out of this situation, like, all things considered. Yeah, that's her. So, this is so fucking funny. Like, in any other context, this would be bad, but she straight up was like, had a good time with it. So, I thought this was really funny. Happened to me as well. I was laughing at it. Here you go, face reveal. Exactly. So, lots of love to Roku. She's so sweet. I know she's a good friend of Yomi's as well. I haven't really interacted with her, but I would like to. She's very, very sweet. Other news, guys. Kazuna Ai is actually back. She's going to be doing this really, really cool new event. Let me read it to you. Kazuna Ai will be appearing in the immersive film Swan Lake, starring Kazuna Ai, which is a ballet production using immersive display produced by Envision and a company behind VR film Ghost in the Shell. So that is right. We will see Kazuna Ai in a ballet, which I think is really fucking cool. 3D has come so far. Being able to do something with such detail like this is really awesome. So I'll definitely let you know when this comes out. And of course, it's going to be out actually tomorrow. So I'll try to follow up with you on Wednesday, and we can see what we can see on that. Sounds really, really cool. In other news, guys, I did miss this, but I did want to report on it. Papa Lemon actually had his Small VTuber Awards. And of course, here are all the winners for all the categories. Of course, here's Best Small PNG, the finalists and the winners. Here's also the Small 2D VTubers finalists and winners. The Best Small 3D finalists and winners. Yeah, Kazuna Ai was gone, but she came back recently. Here's V-Royd. I like there were separate like breakdowns for V-Royd and lots of other people. Best Mama Pop-Up. Best VTuber Rigger. Oh, yo, let's go, Kitty Pie Rin. Oh, yo, Sangai won. That's awesome. Best Self-Made VTuber. Tigress Dora. A lot of other people in here. Best Asset Art Finalist. I mean, it's really hard to put on like an award show like this, so you definitely got to give them a lot of credit. Best Comfy VTuber. Best Small Chaotic VTuber. Let's see who won this. Starlight Sid, absolutely. Yeah, definitely Starlight Sid. Best Variety VTuber Finalist. Right here. Best Lewd VTuber Finalist. So many categories. Best Lord Finalist. Best LGBTQ Rep Finalist. Love that. I love they had a category for that. And the Cortez theme, it was. So huge congrats to all the winners. And congrats to Papa Lemon on running that event. Really, really cool. Always like award shows. Very, very nice. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here. Doki Bird released her 3D model, guys. That's right. Doki Bird's 3D debut. Let's take a look.
I can finally announce something that everyone has been waiting for. The most polygons you've ever seen. A debut that's been anticipated for years. My official 3D debut is right now. It's finally here. Look, dragons.
This is so funny, bro.
Now.
Get baited. Get baited.
Whoa.
Don't worry. This is Doki Bird too.
The 3D debut you're looking for, but it looks and feels so.
It's not actually her, guys. It's his cosplayers. Yeah, it's his cosplayers, guys. Get baited. Get baited. Oh my god. But no, her 3D debut was cosplayers chat pretending to be her.
I mean, I am the best Doki that everyone wants to see. Oh,
This is so fucking funny. I love Doki. Cooked him, chat. Classic Doki. So there was Doki's 3D debut. I also want to talk about, I have a very interesting question, so don't judge me, chat. I'm asking you, this does not apply to me. Who likes MILFs? Look, I promise it's relevant. I promise it's relevant, chat. It's a very important question that needs answering, okay? I swear to you, it's a very important question. Well, there has been a viral VTuber who has gone viral, and that is right here. We have Sumi, who says, "Oh, my sweet darlings, I'm so thrilled that my overseas loves are watching me. My English is a little bit shy, but I poured all my love and gratitude in this video. A little clumsy, but it's all for you, moi." Well, that is right. She recently has been noticed and went super duper viral. Let's take a listen into what she had to say. People were commenting on her stuff, even Vexoria. A lot of people, Mom, I see your English is very good. So everybody being super supportive, but I love Bex is like, from one mom to another, you're doing great. So let's take a listen, guys.
Hi, my sweet darling. Ara. You are love from all over the world makes this MILF's heart so happy. My English is still a work in progress, but I hope you'll keep spoiling me with your attention. Stay with me, loves kiss. Uchu uchu. Uchu uchu. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I love that so much. And you can see here, chat, of course, kind of looking into this just a bit more. She actually jumped to 40,000 followers just overnight. I think she started I think it was 12, and then she jumped to 40,000. So absolute this huge outpouring of support for her. So, and her English really is not that bad. It really, really is not. So huge congrats to her. And we had to look out from that. I told you guys, if you like MILFs, here you go. Here's your VTuber. So, bye guys. I'll never be a MILF. I don't want children. So, in other news, guys, Yuki Sakuna just debuted her brand new outfit. That is right. This might be somebody that you're probably familiar with from another company. At a past life. But anyway, here is their new outfit, and it looks absolutely incredible. Super duper cute. If you know, well, you know, chat. So, wonder who that could be. In other news as well, guys, Bunny AU is back. What the fuck is going on here? So, Bunny AU actually tweeting out my new mascot, me AU. Now, if you don't know the history of Bunny AU, here's the first one know in chat. Now, here's the thing, chat. Bunny AU is definitely very well, let's say notorious for all of the issues that they had with Lana. And we actually covered this a few months ago, just to kind of recap on it. But yes, that is right. Bunny is trying to come back with this VTuber model and using it as very specifically for her merchandise. That is right, chat. She's trying to use it for merch projects. I don't know what her obsession is with trying to come back into the VTuber space, but I'm be real with you guys. And this is a Bunny gift, by the way, if you don't know who this is. But she has she's very notorious with all of her dealings with Lana. Definitely a lot of mean girl stuff. Ultimately, she left. Definitely screwed over Lana in a very big way. So I'm very surprised she's trying to come back. Yeah, she's still around doing IRL stuff. It's pretty much just been forgotten on that side, but I'm surprised she keeps trying to come back. So I will let you know about this. I will let you know. But does Rima have a video on this? Yeah, probably watch that. It's probably awesome. I mean, all of Rima's videos are awesome, right? So I'm not gonna glaze Rima anymore, but if Rima has a video on it, I'm sure it's great diving into the whole controversy. But I'll let you kind of decide what you want about this. I'm gonna be real. I feel like just stay away from VTubing. It's it's gonna be better for us. I know this happened like a long time ago, but it's a lot of people still know about it. And Juan is held in such high regards to do something to her that's very like negative. People are gonna call that out, right? So exactly, like all the drama going on right now, it's just like, nah, bro, no, it's not worth it right now. All right, guys, let's go check in with Shy Lily, who had a lot going on. At first up, chat, Shy Lily tweeting out their new outfit in limited edition Low Hole Blast that came out, of course, on the 9th of May, and a little bit of a teaser on her new outfit. Lily also did hit 1.5 million on Twitch. That's absolutely incredible. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Each milestone feels surreal. Never in my wildest dream. Imagine any of this to be possible for myself is nothing but a small little indie VTuber. Thank you for everything. You are my world. Womp. Womp. So very, very nice. And congrats to Lily. But of course, he did come out with their brand new outfit. So let's go take a look at all of that. Of course, he gave us a little teaser. You'll be in my new outfit debut tomorrow. Of course, with that big hood. It's super duper cute. So let's go take a look, guys.
I'll go get dressed. We got no more dogs. We lost the dogs. We have shoes. Oh, would you look at that? Wow, our shoes are so tall. Chat, the whole outfit is boots. There is more boots. It's nothing but boots. We have reached the end of the boots. Stop stalling. Arf, arf, arf. Arf, 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 arf.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense, Shadow. I get it.
What you...
Yeah, I totally get it.
What's that? What's that, chat? That's you?
Bro, the fucking like level of detail on the little side thing is insane. Like how many layers? You can see how 3D it looks. It looks so good, bro. They did so good on that. That had to be. I think it was Diane. Yeah, it's definitely Diane.
Me with those boo boss. Great outfit. Have a good evening. Cheers.
Yeah, it's definitely gotta be Diane. Oh my god, the nose toggle. Yes. I love the nose toggle. That's cute.
Oh, well, what's this? So
yeah, Daya's actually crazy. Daya is so fucking good at all of this stuff. It's wild.
Mama, you know what? You wanna look at the shrimp? Wanna look at the shrimp? Wanna look at the shrimp? Okay,
yeah,
fine.
this new model is so cute.
What now?
Daya always cooks on all of her models. Like, always cooks.
Do you enjoy the... What do we even call this? The harness?
Honestly, I kind of want to start wearing harnesses. Just for my fucking... It's like...
But wait,
it would help. The jiggles are real. Yeah, I need some booba straps, chat. Hit me up the booba straps. I love that hood. It's so cute. So bouncy too. Oh yeah, I would love some art from Daya. I'd be so happy. I would feel so blessed. That's true. I do have a very heavy load. I never say Sid is adorable. It is. Jagged is so fab and so cute. It is. It's so nice.
You know what? Forget the hood. We're not gonna wear the hood. Forget the hood.
I'm gonna be real. Daya is way out of my my wallet. Yeah, she's way out of my wallet, but she is still absolutely incredible. And of course, chat, we have here Daya's breaking video. So let's take a look here at that. Oh, the tactical wintry outfit. I love that. The tactical winter outfit. I like the boots as well. The thigh squish is insane. And I can't wait till y'all see my new model. Oh my god. My new model is getting a complete re-rig too. I'm so excited. Papa Type is gonna cook, chat. I promise you, Papa Type is gonna cook. The arm movement is really nice too. The hands like kind of opening and closing. Really, really nice. The 3D structure on the face is just so good. So, as always, Daya cooks, chat. I'm melting a new model. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You have no idea. So, well, that is on my indie news. So let's pop up over here to a little bit of Corpo. First up, chat, I do want to let you know about something going on here with Any Color, aka Ninja Sanji. Any Color actually made a statement the other day. Let's go take a look and a read on this. And this is regarding impersonating our accounts impersonating our affiliated live streamers. So thank you for our continued support of the virtual live streamer groups Ninja Sanji and Ninja Sanji EN. Recently, there have been several cases on social media, such as X and Instagram, where people have used accounts impersonating our affiliate live streamers to make posts that damage the image of our affiliate live streamers or post false information about our affiliated live streamers. These are reports received from fans via our report offensive or abusive behavior form. So basically, it's all coming from that form they opened up, right? And as a result of our investigation, we discovered that impersonation is taking place in the following manner. So here's my thing, chat. Like, is Any Color gonna come after you because, like, use a PFP of your favorite, like, Ninja Sanji Oshi? They're like, how dare you? How dare you impersonate them? You know what I mean? Like, using without permission to header images, icon images, account names, profile columns used by accounts managed and administered by a company, or affiliate live streamers who pretending to be accounts managed and administered by affiliated live streamers. I'm wondering if they're talking about the virus accounts, maybe, you know, like the Bebo virus account, stuff like that. They're mimicking the words and actions of affiliate live streamers, or posting in a way that leads people to mistakenly believe that they're affiliated live streamers, and pretending to be accounts managed and administered by our affiliated live streamers. So, like, I do get a little bit of a point where it's like, okay, maybe there's something where it's like, some people are kind of taking it to the extreme, which I think is good to, you know, come down on. But also, like, people just, like, being supportive, especially the virus accounts, like, yeah, or exactly, Seer Guy, like, I don't know, this seems a little extreme. Please refrain from impersonating others on social media. This will damage the identity of our affiliated live streamers. Our company and our affiliated live streamers have been taking legal action against accounts engaging in such impersonation, including requests for disclosure of Cinder information on the grounds that they are violating identity and other personal rights, business rights, copyrights, etc. In the case of some accounts, the claims of our company and our affiliated live streamers have already been upheld in court. So this is basically just like, hey, guess what? We've already gone after people legally, so you better fucking follow along or we'll sue you too. I don't know. I would like to see some examples of who they went after and, like, what qualifies them going after them, because, again, like, my worry is they're going to take this to an extreme, but maybe they're not. Maybe there's actually people that are using it to scam people or things like that, right? Additionally, we have confirmed that among those engaging in impersonation on social media, there are individuals who have posted content suggesting they're stalking our affiliate live streamers. In addition to pursuing the civil claims mentioned above, we're working with the police and other agencies to pursue criminal responsibility against these individuals, which is good. That's a win. Yeah, definitely take down the stalkers. We're continuing to proactively take legal action against any accounts engaging in such impersonation activities as soon as we become aware of them. We are asking all supporters of Ninja Sanji and Ninja Sanji EN to be cautious about impersonation of accounts operated and managed by our company and our affiliated live streamers. And of course, there is this, you receive contact from an account engaging in these activities. Of course, you can go to that form and report it. So I learned over the years that making false impersonation accounts is stalker behavior too. It's kind of concerning. Also, this gave me a tip is annoying. Yeah. I feel like there's a balance to be made here. Again, I know some people might kind of like, you know, just have fun like the virus ones, but people trying to actually scam or impersonate in a bad way with malicious intent obviously needs to be called out. So, but there is the biggest update from Any Color chat. What do you think? Really not much to say on that one. I feel like I'm going to see more of the actual stuff that's being posted, but, you know, for now, I think it's okay. Another news, guys. Let's go take a look here at the latest hologram that I missed. That's right, guys. I missed this hologram. I was gone. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But we're going to watch it now. This one is called Deja Vu. Let's take a... I love HoloLive. I love HoloLive. What the fuck? Lots of new costumes to talk about here, guys. So let me get through all of them. So many outfits got debuted with HoloStars X. But, of course, Shinri also debuted his new Tempest Gala outfit. Looking good. I love this suit. Oh my god, I love this suit. I love the tattoo as well. Man, this looks so good. I love these outfits. The whole like gala like look is so fucking nice. Of course, we also have Crimson Ruse with their new outfit as well. We were late for the gala, but just in time for the masquerade. So, of course, there is their outfit as well. And that, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Of course, we also have Utsugi, who also came out with their new outfit. I love this. Look how good this looks, chat. I love this outfit so fucking much. Winter thinks in a bit. Like, oh my god, this looks so good, bro. This is one of my favorite outfits I think that Holo has ever released. I love this so much. Of course, also, chat, we have Gavis. Gavis's new outfit as well. We're all gonna wear bright colors. And here, of course, is the look. Looking very, very dapper. Very, very dapper. Let's go, Gavis. And also, of course, we have Takamine's Takamine's newest outfit as well. Oh my god, shoulder! How scandalous! How scandalous. So, a lot going on with HoloLive and a lot of new outfits. Guys, I didn't get to celebrate, so we're gonna do it now. Let's all celebrate the fact that Marin reached 4 million subscribers. That is right, 4 million subscribers over on YouTube. Of course, she said, I'm grateful for your support, and also to all of you who signed up for the first time today. The reactions and comments are my motivation. Keep working hard at HoloLive. Absolutely crazy, chat. 4 million! What a gamer. We love her so much. I love her so much. She's Susie. I can see why she's Rima's Oshi for sure. In other news, guys, you know that Holo actually did a bit of an event for Star Wars, guys, for May the 4th. Well, there was actually Star Wars cast members actually ended up reacting to the HoloLive girls. So let's go take a look at what happened here. So here you go, guys. So Karoni is on the red carpet here. Andor's like, yo, that's so cool. VTubers. That's crazy.
Yeah, one question.
That's crazy.
Season 2 is very emotional, you know. It's very dramatic. There's a lot of action.
The fact that like all these like big stars are just like interacting with HoloLive is wild to me.
Tons of events happened, and
of course we have
for people to. This is such a wide palette, and I'm so excited.
The John Andor, that's right. We have Guinevere Riley here who plays Mon Mothma. I don't think I haven't watched this one. We also have the voice actor for K2SO. I know Alan, yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
I'm looking forward to people seeing who K2 was before he changed, before he was captured and reprogrammed.
Of course, also Ahsoka's actress as well.
I love it. Very cool. A lot of the cultural.
They're like, what the fuck are VTubers? And of course, chat, the very best, Hayden Christensen. Let's fucking go. Hayden Christensen is interacting with my Yoshis.
It's an ever-growing understanding of the character.
That's crazy.
When I played him back in the prequel days.
Absolutely insane, bro. Absolutely insane. Like, what the fuck are VTubers? So, I have to show you guys this. I thought this was so cool. In other news, guys, we do have a update here for HoloLive and some news that they will be covering in the future. But that is right. Here is Nodaka, who is the new announcer affiliated with Holo Anna. So basically what this VTuber will be doing is stepping into a role where they will be reporting on HoloLive news. So, of course, Holo In is basically like Achan's weekly stream where she talks about Holo news. She is taking over that role. So I think that's very, very cute. I know a lot of people miss Achan. And kind of like that weekly wrap-up was really, really cool. So we have a new VTuber kind of picking up the reins for that. I love that a lot. Oh no, I missed the outfit debut. I'm so sorry, chat. I missed an outfit debut. I'm so sorry here. Of course, we have Yaki Yami, their model update happened as well. I'm sorry I missed one, chat. News is ruined. News is ruined. It's all over, chat. News is ruined. And of course, we also had Fiori as well on their new outfit. I'm sorry, chat. I blew it. I blew it. I wasn't organized. In other news, guys, it does look like Smash, which is a Sydney manga and anime show, will be featuring a ton of HoloLive talents there coming up on the 12th of July. So take a look up for that one. And if you're in Australia, oh my god, you finally have a chance to actually participate in VTuber events. So cool. So be on the lookout for that. Another news as well, guys. Raora also went to Japan. That is right, because Raora was featured a new ad in Tokyo. So let's go take a look. I don't think there's any noise. Look at that. That's so cool. I love this so much. I love when you're just like in the actual world, VTubers just like are permeating things like on giant signs and stuff. I think that's so cool. So there is Raora. They're in Tokyo. Very, very exciting for her. One more new outfit I do want to mention, guys. I think this is later tonight. Yeah, it's going to be tonight. Is Ina's new outfit. Looks very like, I don't even know. It's hard to tell. It looks like there might be like a skirt here, like a school outfit. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is later tonight, guys, for Ina's new outfit. So be on the lookout for that one. I'll report on that on Wednesday for you. And guys, I do want to give you all a link here just really quick. This is for you if you would like it. Here's the link for it. This is a particular VTuber who has actually recently graduated. Their name is Mato. They're a Cactus Fairy VTuber, but I have some really good insight in this thread because they actually have been auditioning for HoloLive since pretty much 2021. I actually did get a call back one time as well. So if you're looking to audition for some VTuber agencies, I feel like this is a great place to learn and to start, get some extra information. Because they actually did get a call back at one point and went through to the second round. So obviously it works in the stuff that they were doing. So, you know, take somebody else's experiences and learn from it. Really, really cool. Certainly go check it out, guys. All right. In other news here, I want to talk about the shoujo for a second. First up, guys, let's go take a look here with Mousy. And Mousy actually told us a little bit about her experience in DC. If you guys remember, she went to Congress to talk about what was going on with the Immune Deficiency Foundation, to kind of lobby, things like that. But she had to explain to Congress what VTubers were. So let's go take a look.
How was Congress?
So, for those of you that don't know and are very confused by what I'm talking about and what I wrote on Twitter, today was Advocacy Day. RT, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you very much. Today was Advocacy Day. So I joined the Immune Deficiency Foundation along with, I think like 150 people, I think.
You know, Iron Mouse just casually going to Congress. No big deal, chat.
And I was
no big deal.
hesitant at first,
That's
but
crazy.
I said yes because I like helping in any way I can. You know, I'm not really a political girl. I'm not a politics girl. I really don't care about politics. But when it comes to stuff regarding immune deficiency and anything that has to deal with PI, I don't mind like speaking about my story and talking about my experience and telling people, educating, I guess.
Look, I just have to say this. If there's anybody in the world that I love so much, that is such an inspiration, it's Iron Mouse. He is one of the purest, like, good beans in the entire world, you know?
You know, I spoke to a congressperson, I spoke to House representatives and their secretaries, you know, because some of them were very busy. I think they actually knew what VTubers were.
What we all really want to hear is, was it only voice or did you use the iPad, and which model did you use? I am praying it was my favorite worm model.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I did not use voice. I did appear as a VTuber. I used my Season 3 model. My Season 3 model, I see it as like my... It's kind of like my...
She literally showed up as herself in Congress. Imagine going into Congress and there's just fucking Iron Mouse on the screen. That's so cool.
It's my business model, I guess, because it's all the it's the outfit that I wear for the shoujo promotional stuff. So I think that's kind of like my official. It's my formal, like, I am Iron Mouse outfit, you know. I had to explain what a VTuber was multiple times. I had to explain what all of this was. For the most part, most people were very receptive and intrigued. There was only one guy that he was like really.
How did they react
he was really
to the
weirded
tuber
out.
anime model? Just curious.
Most of them were like really like intrigued, I think, and they were very nice about it. And there was this one guy that he kept asking me like questions, and he was very.
Are you an AI? Are you an AI?
Interested in like primary immune deficiency disease, and I think like for the most part, people just found it interesting. But like, there was this one guy that he was just so weirded out, and he was like, he looked at me and he was like, "I'm so sorry, I've never seen anything like this before in my life," and I'm like,
I love that. Yeah, exactly. People are just like having a heart attack. Like, what the fuck is this? What is it doing in my Congress, bro? Yeah, don't tell him that she's Satan, by the way. But, I think this is awesome. I love the Iron Mouse guy went to Congress, and of course, I feel like when something's really interesting and intriguing, right, you remember it. And I feel like she left a lasting impression because of that. So I think that is incredible. So, Mousy, advocating, we love it. Another news, guys, Mousy also gave us a bit of an update about her IRL stuff. So let's go take a look at what Mousy had to say. But apparently she is ready for IRL visits now. Her health has been really getting so much better. So let's take a look.
I've talked to Michi about her visiting me. I've talked to Buff and Candy because Buff, Candy, and Shy want to come visit and stuff like that. And I always tell them, I was like, guys, I'm just letting you guys know. And I've talked to Connor about it the most because I was like, Connor, I just want you to know that I can't like really like go out or anything because like, you know, I'm sure people visit their friends and they all go out and hang out and go and do really fun shit, but I can't really do any of that stuff, so I'm just gonna be home. I'm just gonna be home and just doing home stuff, and I hope that's okay, you know. So I'm very self-conscious about it, but everybody tells me that they'll have fun and that I'm being dumb and that I'm overthinking stuff.
Yeah, honestly, guys, when I go visit like my friends, half of the fun is just like hanging out at their house and like laughing it up and you know, reminiscing and stuff like that. So
which is why I'm putting cool shit in my house so that there's cool shit to do in my house. Cool shit to do in my house.
That's smart.
We got the Peloton. We got a home theater system that I got in the house. We got cool, good computer shit in the house. I would love to get an arcade. I would love to put like arcade cabinets in here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we got a projector with a movie.
She's getting ready, guys. And as you know, when we covered before, her health has been improving quite a lot as well. She's able to like walk a little bit and things like that. So things are getting much better for her. So this is great to hear, and we wish the absolute best for the queen, for real. Another news, guys, Melody has a bit of an announcement for all of us. That is right, guys. Melody said announcement. So let's take a look.
I've recorded this so many times, over and over, but at least I'm not crying this time.
No, and what sparks her, it's more like she does it to herself. Like, she wants to hang out with her friends, but she knows that they have to stay inside. She can't really leave her house. And so she's kind of giving herself crap, and all her friends are like, no, like, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, a little bit. A journey is about to unfold. I'm going to Japan.
I'm not jealous.
Talked about for
I'm not jealous.
Years and suddenly it's here, and I'm overwhelmed. I can't express how thankful I am to each and every one of you for supporting me for as long as you have. Like,
she's in the land of anti. She's with her people now. Yeah, she's still there, by the way, right now.
I can do things I love, like porn and streaming. I'm just so excited to get back to hanging out consistently. And I miss you all so very much. And you know I am dying of boredom not talking to y'all every day. And
I'm a little lonely. I'm a little horny. And I'm also very excited. And so I think the next time I'll see you is on the other side of the world. And I really look forward to it. God damn it, I'm crying again. Yep. I don't know. It's just it doesn't feel real. But I just wanted to say thank you.
I'm very glad that she finally got to go. So this is awesome. She's still there, by the way. So lots of love to her. On her trip. That's amazing. Yeah, she can get freaky with Case on. You know they would too. You know they would. I love that for her so much. Big congrats to her. Also, so guys, Haruka just debuted her tomboy model. That is right. So here's the tomboy chibi model that was made for Haruka for her 5th year anniversary as a VTuber. Absolutely crazy. It's cute. I love the actually. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I missed that. I missed that part. It's Tony Stark. I love it. Jarvis, clip that. Super duper cute. Oh my god, I love those. I love those so much. It's so cute. Why is Dr. Doom on my screen? So there you go, chat. New Haruka model. Very, very cute. Another news, guys. K-San did have to reschedule one of her events that recently happened. That's right, K-San said, my virtual fan meeting in Hong Kong got postponed. All the tickets will be refunded. Very sorry, but don't worry. It will be rescheduled. Love you, HK, Hong Kong. So, unfortunately, guys, that was rescheduled, but I'll let you know when it gets rescheduled, and I'll let you know when that is. And big exciting news here for Zentria. That is right. Zentria actually has been opening up a YouTube exclusive podcast. That is right. So you can only catch us on YouTube, but it's called A Toast with Zentria. So that's wrapping episode 1 for News Podcast, coming exclusively to YouTube. So we'll see what's going on with that in Centuria, but very, very exciting, chat. Very, very exciting. And then finally, just to wrap it up for V Shoujo, I did want to mention, what's up, Scarecrow? I did want to mention, Centuria did tweet this out. I cannot stress this enough. Ye fucking ha! May 20th, it looks like we have the return and an upgrade to the cowgirl outfit. So very exciting. Centuria's always cooking up something good. And be ready for that one, chat. Be ready for that one. Gonna be a good one for sure. Now before I get into the final bit of stuff I wanted to talk about, I just something really quick I want to mention. I talked a little about the Owosu stuff that was going on. I'm still doing a little bit of research on that one, so I will talk about that on Wednesday. But there's like a whole thing going on in the Spanish VTuber community with Owosu, and of course one of their talents as well. I think their name is Raccoon. So I definitely need to dive into a little bit more of it. I have quite a lot, but I want to do some more research. I will cover that on Wednesday, guys. I don't think I'm ignoring it. I will be covering back to it here pretty soon. So, in other news, guys, so we did finally get the announcement for VS Fest 2025. So let's go take a look. This is the offline event as well. Yeah, I gotta get a little bit more information. And everything's in Spanish, so like I need to like translate it. But it seems like Raccoon like dumped a bunch of personal information. Doxed some people, all kinds of horrible stuff. Yeah, I gotta dive into it a little bit. And then also, like, the company released their model. It's like a big fuck you. So, like, there's a lot of stuff I need to, dive into and kind of get. Very nice, very nice. If there's any greeny VTubers, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so she got banned and then she went to kick, so. Yeah, I saw that. Again, I want to do my research on it because it's pretty intense, you know what I mean? Anyway, chat, this is going down, of course, on the 22nd of November through the 24th later this year. So very, very exciting stuff for Viespo. I know that they had something go on like last year that went pretty well. So obviously everything's looking really, really good for them. So we'll definitely take a look a little bit later this year and I'll report on it. Another news, guys, Radius Zero is leaving Demi-Pack. What the fuck is this PFP? So yeah, that is right, guys. Radius Zero is leaving Demi-Pack. So they'll be departing. They're already gone. This happened back on the 5th. Yo, Vippy, thank you so much for the subby. From his integral role in our first generation to being founding member of Project Demi-Pack, Radius' impact has been profound and deeply valued. While we will deeply miss his presence within the agency and wholeheartedly support his decision to pursue his own creative pathways. So wish him the best, chat. They're going to be doing their own thing now. In other news, guys, Lucid is having a bit of an update here. So today, Lucid Corporation has undertaken a major organizational restructure guided by our future vision and operating policies and has shifted to a more flexible, self-reliant management structure over the past 6 months. Our collaboration with Superstate Holdings has provided numerous insights and valuable experiences. We're deeply grateful for the generous support and understanding extended to us during this period. This reorganization reached by mutual agreement in line of both parties' futures directions is a natural and positive step that enables us to pursue Lucid's philosophy and long-term goals with a greater focus. So definitely a bit of a change here going on with Lucid, but Lucid always seems to be doing pretty well. So this is probably a positive thing overall, chat. In other news, guys, unfortunately here, Sheena did have to undergo surgery. Sheena saying to my medicine eat porch, resting down my throat hurts a lot from breathing through my mouth. Just happy I'm alive. And of course, this is a Face Connect talent. So wish Sheena the best. They are recovering right now. So definitely went through a little bit. And we wish them all the best. And then finally, guys, I do want to cover something that's going on with VNU really quick. And that is Leora channel's activities. They'll actually conclude their channel activities through VNU on May 25th. It's been a great honor to work with Leora. He was here from the very beginning. We wouldn't have gotten very far, or wouldn't have gotten here without her, to allow her to personally deliver the news to her fans. Leora requested to make the announcement live stream prior to writing this statement. All our channel activities will end. They will actually remain an affiliate of VNU moving forward, so they will still make special appearances, and they'll be accepting merch and fan letters through June 30th. So, of course, Leoria also went on to make their own statement, just saying, of course, those who watch my stream already would know for a while, but I suppose this makes it official. I really appreciate staff for being so gracious and supportive of my decisions and offering me such an amazing opportunity through my 3 years, but also as an affiliate going forward. So it's not like they're gone forever, right? I think that's a good thing, right? They can still continue to do stuff with VNU if they want to. Yeah, and there's, the stuff with VNU, there's been a little drama here and there, so maybe they felt like that was the best move for them, but ultimately, guys, wish them the absolute best. Yeah, I can tell did. Mine's pretty neutral, but I know they've had a little bit of stuff kind of going back and forth here lately, so what hasn't, though? There's been so much VTuber drama. I feel like everything's just been absolutely imploding everywhere, so all right, I owe you 3 wheel spins, chat. I'm gonna do 1 times 3, okay? Thank you guys so much for the subs earlier today as well. Shadow Dragon and Belfry, I appreciate you. I swear to God, if this lands on fucking 30 minutes, I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. I'm gonna piss myself. Are you emo? No, I would say I'm more gothic than emo, but all right, you got 3 minutes, chat. Not bad. All right, people, I'm gonna do this now. Do what? Do what? What is the difference? He just asked me, what's the difference between being emo and goth? No! No way! Whopper, what are you doing? No way! Oh my god. There is no way. Bro, I don't even know where that Steve thing is. Fuck. Oh my god. You're crazy, bro. What the fuck? Thank you for the 83. If it's as fuck. I guess I'm getting the Minecraft model, Oh my god. That is crazy. Thank you so much, everybody. You need to give Whopper a big fucking round of applause. 83 get it. That's crazy. Yes, it's in Takahata 101. That's what we're talking. Nano machine, son. Thank you so much, Whopper. That's too much money, dude. Bro, please take care of yourself before you're gifted subs. Oh my god. It's not just me, but a few others too. Holy shit. Fuck. All right, well, Minecraft model here coming soon. Oh my god, that is crazy. Thank you so much, everybody. Bro, this guy just added like 2 hours by himself. Oh my god. My life is over. That's 16 wheel spins. Alright. Here you go. 1 wheel spin times 16. Here you go. Holy shit. This better not land on 30 minutes. If this lands on 30 minutes, I'm gonna die. I will actually fucking die. I will die. You know, I think I'm gonna continue playing off stream. 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Wait. How much time did we start with? We have more time on the timer than we started with in this stream. Oh my god. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. What the actual fuck? Thank you so much for all of those subs. You are literally insane, guys. Make sure you tell Whopper they're absolutely pug. I hope I pronounced your name right. I probably butchered it, but that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Holy shit. Holy shit. The never-ending subathon will truly never end. It will truly never end. No, we're now changing the name of it to the Hostage Thon. Yeah, I think we're gonna change it to the Hostage Thon because that's what it is, chat. So, catch up falls on thigh slaps. I would cry. I think my thighs would actually bleed if that was the case. Alright, my loves, I'm gonna run. Thank you all so much for all of your support, especially there at the end. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Guys, I will see you all tomorrow. We're actually gonna be playing Clone Hero. Basically it's Guitar Hero, but you guys can request songs, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you all. Please have a lovely, 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 lovely rest of your day. Thank you again for all of the subs and everything there at the end. Y'all are wild for that. I will see you all tomorrow in the morning. We're gonna go back to Tuesday mornings and of course a Thursday night. So let's go see Azura. I think Azura and I are gonna hang out here pretty soon. So let's give her some love. Thank you guys for having adult conversation as always. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Bye, everybody. Thank you guys so much for the subs. I'll let you know when we're gonna do the Minecraft one. Okay.